which I assume a few of you are. This is going to be a ASMR live stream, so I hope to keep you guys here for quite a while. My chat box, my stream label, my chat in Streamlabs isn't quite working and hasn't been working. Magnus, you know I don't know Danish, but we are going to be doing offline objectives. Let's come chill with me while playing offline FIFA. Ultimate Team. Now, I still do have a team playing, going for them icon swaps. So, what gets me is the fact that this isn't working. Wow, it's just updated. Hello, love your into it. Cheers. Did you watch the Liverpool game? No, I didn't. Love seeing Palace lose to Derby. As much as I'm not really a Derby fan anymore, or I'm not a Derby fan anyway, but I'm a Forest fan. Yeah, exactly. I won't rage quit squad battles. Hey Tebow, hi Andrew. 22 packs brave. You pack a team of the year. I'm gonna cry. Neymar and team of the year evil. That would be evil. 6 swaps in 2 days. This is what I mean. I've got the Bundesliga ones left to do, which I'll try and get done throughout the week. But I want to try and get all or most of the offline ones done today, because then I've got some rewards to open tomorrow, haven't I? Which is pretty cool. Who is my favourite Chelsea player of all time? Lampard. Currently, bit tough. Top tier of Holmesdale as well. Shocking performance. Decent. Newcastle versus Rochdale was a joke of a day. Unlucky. Did you watch the Liverpool game? No. Who have you bought? You sold him. Oh yeah. I've gone and bought Romagnoli. Yeah, you might see the coin balance. You'll find out a lot of that tomorrow. I'll be telling you a lot tomorrow with the Road to Glory coming out. I don't particularly want to give away who I've got, but I am selling a person. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because I don't want you to know yet. The only weak link in this squad, I think, is Crisito at the minute. So I want to get into it. We lost to Liverpool under 10s peak. How did you think of Underdog? Did against Forest? I didn't watch it. I was at work, unfortunately. Who's better, Mane or Mbappe? I'll say Mane at the minute. I think he's a much better, well-rounded winger. So let's play squad battles. Did 40-foot transfer packs? Jesus. Right, 60. Oh, beautiful. I'm playing against these two on Legendary. Would you rather have Sancho or Underdog at Chelsea? That's tough because we've already got Underdog, so I'll say Sancho. I would like Sancho at Chelsea if I'm being honest. Italian manager, please. Apply manager contract. Hopefully this is only going to take 6 offline games, but we are going to do ASMR. Road to Glory comes out at 5 o'clock tomorrow, same time as every other video, 5 o'clock. It's when I schedule my videos for, so look out for that one. I've actually got, if you go check out my schedule, whatever you want to call it, I've actually got some decent videos coming out over the next couple of days, couple of weeks. My schedule for this month is class. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get... This is the whole point of me having a tablet. You can't quite see it. The whole point of me having a tablet is so that I can... Wow, 500 YouTube notifications. That's not real. It's just a lot of what comes through inbox. Live offline objectives. Let's mute that. How do I mute? Oh, turn my volume down. That's, of course I'll do it. I can go... Oh no. I might just check my comments down here because it updates them a lot quicker. Get rid of that, then I can see you guys. Are you going for SCN? Yes, I am. Koulibaly, blah 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 blah. Look, I see you like my drink suggestion from last video. Are you considering it? Not gonna lie to you. Can't remember what the comment was. I've always said I'd like to be a person or a creator that keeps on top of his comments, replies to as many as I can. I'm not gonna lie to you. I always thought I would do that, but it really, really does get to a stage where you're getting, I don't know. If I left my comments from now until tomorrow morning, I'd have about 30 to 40 to look at, which is a lot to be fair. So, I try to heart as many comments as possible just to know that I have read it, even if it's. I reply to the ones that I think need a reply. Okay, Giovinco, that was nice. So if you say nice video, I might say thanks, or great video, Luke, keep it up. I'll just give it a heart because it's not really a question. It's more of a you're giving me a statement. If you go, hey Luke, what did you think to this? I'll give you an honest response. If I've never heard of that thing, I'll just say I've never heard of it, mate. What is it? So I always like to reply to comments that ask me questions. Anyway, this is just going to be a really chilled stream, by the way. I hope you guys enjoy that. I am going to have to go and grab myself a Pepsi, obviously. Who's your favourite side, man? I got asked this question the other day. I can't remember my exact answer. Ethan, Josh and Vic. Josh and Vic for a slightly different reason. Josh and Vic, I 1,000,000,000,000% appreciate their work ethic. Their work ethic is fantastic. Do you know the phase where the Sidemen did all the GTA videos and the golf videos and everything like that, where they were teaming up and playing like there was 7 of them on a map of some sort? That was all Circus doing. Josh would always set that up. The GTA playlist was sick. You ever been to Ram Ranch? No, I haven't. Do you like Pepsi? Yeah, I do like my Pepsi, yes. You go to a Ram with the boys. Yeah, boy, let's get drafted. On today's foot draft, we see how many people can drop in Haunted Hills. And by that I mean the graveyard in Iran. Was that a bit deep? That might have been a little bit deep. Go on, quit inside. I dare. Referee, thank you. Hey mate, hi autistic potato. Well deserved, thank you very much. I'm trying to keep up. Virgil, I like Virgil. Hey, how you doing, bro? I'm doing okay, abs. Is mid-rowl worth it? Not too sure, haven't really checked much out, to be fair. Up there. Green. Perfect. 1-0 up already. Nah, bro, that's fine. Iran brew is better than Pepsi. I fucking love that. That's class. Obviously, if you're watching this stream afterwards, then make sure you follow the links below and go follow me on Twitter. If you're watching it now, make sure you go and follow me on Twitter. World War 3 not going to happen. I know it's not. It's just a good meme, isn't it? Twitter likes to take everything out of context, shall we say, including me. We played Literal Kids. Did you really? Curtis Jones was sick. I heard Curtis Jones was sick. Oh, that's Paul. Just give me another war for America like the Vietnam. Yeah, exactly. How'd you get the bar on top of the play when you shoot? It's in your trainer settings. It will be the Iranian war. Yes. It will be. Well, they're already at war. Well, they were at war with Iran for years. Donald Trump has just reversed everything that Barack Obama did to really salvage the war. Build relations. It's funny because Donald Trump was up for, I think there was many calling him to get nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, with what he did in terms of renegotiating and contacting North Korea and having meetings with him, which, yes, is a bit stupid. Yes, as an ambassador of the US, not being seen with him would probably have been better for his profile, because it has shown that, he doesn't deal with people that threaten other countries. But at the same time, it really did show the fact that, listen to your enemies, listen to what they want, but don't give them what they want. Listen to them as humans, and that sort of, I'm not going to give in to his commands, but we're going to try and resolve these issues, and it showed maturity from him, and I was a big fan of that. Props where props is due, and he's gone and bombed Iran. clever soul, isn't he? What's the best players you've played for? What's the best player you've had so far in FIFA 20? Something along those lines. I am not currently reading the comment, but I sort of half read the comment. My favourite player so far is a mix between this Giovinco. This Giovinco is very nice. I do like him. Nice and agile, nice and small. When you see the Road to Glory, I mean, it's not much of a surprise anyway, so I'm not going to ruin anything when I say it. But I've been using Ryan Kent up front, left forward, and he is ridiculously good. Absolutely ridiculous. So far, like last year, my favourite players seem to be super subs. I rate good players. I'll always have sort of, an out-and-out attacker that's probably been my favourite. I'll have a midfielder who's been my favourite because it's the same with, like, say, when you rate two different players. It's like rating Messi and De Gea. You can't compare them because they play two different positions. So, goalkeeper-wise, my favourite so far in terms of at the stage of the game was Edison at the start. Edison for me was unreal at the start of the game when there weren't too many strikers that could just score goals freely. Pukki was one of them, which is why I really rated Pukki as one of them players that I rated highly. Go on, beautiful. So Edison was one of those, but then since that they've released patches. Goalkeepers have just gone to absolute shit. It's all about how you defend now, even though it was beforehand. But if you could defend well, then no one's getting into your goal anyway because your keeper had made 2 out of 3 saves. They'd let the odd one in, but Edison was just a good keeper. I enjoyed that. Defence, funnily enough, it's got to be between a free kick. Now, personally, I really have liked, and have liked, Socrates through the start of this game. I think he's been such a solid defender for me. And he was at the start of the game. I think I had like 200, 300 games played on him specifically. And so, I nearly choked then. He was very good. However, since he's not meta anymore, there's so many players that are now better than him. We're in that mid-cycle game where he's not quite cutting edge. I bought that Virgil van Dijk and he was excellent. He was so good, but he was worth 600k, and I didn't quite deem that worth him. So instead, I changed my team around a little bit, and I got I've now changed it to Ramos and Hierro. I went out and bought Hierro. Now, personally, I think Van Dijk's better than both Ramos and Hierro. Based on when I was using Virgil van Dijk, is probably pretty similar now. But I prefer Ramos and Hierro as a centre-back partnership than Socrates and Van Dijk, who I was using. So I think, personally, Van Dijk's the better player, but as a centre-back partnership, and they get strong links, which make it even better. Hierro and Ramos are so strong. They're fast, they're tall. Between them, they can head absolutely anything, and I think it just really goes to show how good of a partnership that they've got in this game. So if you can pick that up, or you can afford that, then it's sick. Anyway, moving on. I've missed a load of comments, and I'm fuming because I never usually miss comments. Midfield, I've pretty much got to say that Nainggolan is filthy. He really is. He is absolutely incredible. And then above that, I'm not too sure. Pukki was very good at the start of the game. Not anymore. He's not fast enough, nor agile enough. So, that being said, it's between Walcott, Kent, and this Screen Giovinco. And Kent. Yeah, I said Kent, didn't I? Right, let's move on to some more comments. I mean, it's funny, I don't have to sweat this so much. What am I doing? I'm playing like it's bloody foot champs. You've got to keep on the ball, Luke. Anyway, right. Oh god, I've got to go back so far. You're the most underrated UK YouTuber out there. Cheers. Now, I saw True Geordie he's done the Christmas podcast. I'm slowly working my way through it. I'll watch like half an hour a day sort of thing when I've got a bit of time, and I've got the itchiest nose. I'm back to being not very well. I've got a poor sore throat. I keep coughing, and I'm getting a little bit snuffly, probably because I've just gone back to work today. But I saw him talk about ASMR and that, and the fact that Willany and True Geordie himself like it, which is pretty cool. So everyone go and comment on the True Geordie's podcasts and or different things, and just say please get ASMR on your podcast, just to talk about ASMR, or just have a little segment with him, or have a chat with him. I don't know, because I'd love to. I'm a part of their content, and they're obviously a part of this community in a sense, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, blah blah blah. UK won't get involved because the government think Trump has done something ridiculous. The only thing we have done is deploy 2 defender ships. Yeah, that's fine. I understand the UK's position on this. I'm glad that we're not actively getting involved with. I must say, with Bojo in control, we might think that him and Trump being the 2 political leaders of the US and the USA, the UK and the USA, sorry, as absolute buffoons. But you know what? I actually think that they might not get along with each other. So it might be a blessing in disguise that Bojo's currently in control. I don't think, as much as we want to do deals with them, I don't think that Bojo actively wants to go to war with anyone. He's a lot more bothered about, in terms of himself, is the financial aspect of things. I know he did a lot in terms of working as foreign secretary and working on interrelations with countries. So at the end of the day, going to war with countries is not in his blood. Whether it was part of his job or not, his whole thing is trying to build relations, and even if it means securing our own waters, he's probably not going to do anything. Blah blah. Eye tracker, yeah, eye tracker. No, I've not got it. In fact, let's see if I can get it working. I think I've got my screen blocking it. Hang on. I don't even care if I can see it here. It's not working. No, I haven't got it equipped properly. So, here is 290k now. I know that's peak. So peak. The market is proper crashing. There'll definitely be a war, even if it's not up to scale with the past ones. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's going to happen. There's going to be... I don't think it'll be a war. I think there'll just be a lot of conflict. I mean, you can probably define war as an extended period of time that involves conflict, but I don't think it will be, because what the media are showing, or what the media wants to show, is outcry and outrage. That's all the media is there to do. Show outcry and outrage. Or the complete flip side of this is extreme joy and happiness. They'll be showing they're not showing the Australian fires because it's an everyday occurrence for Australia fires to occur. Now, I think they should be showing the Australian fires because it's an absolute ridiculous standpoint to not show it. Like, the amount that Australia is on fire right now should be the biggest headline in the world. Half of Australia is currently on fire. Well, all of it, if not almost all of it, is covered under smoke. An area the size of Belgium, just think about that for a second. Belgium, a whole country, is currently in flames. That should be being reported. Trump's fucked the world up by showing the fact that he can bomb a country. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's ridiculous. The media aren't going to report on that because they think Trump's a much bigger issue, and it gets more clicks. Australia on fire, it will get a click maybe once every 4 days. If they report it once every 4 days, that's fine. Although it's an ongoing issue, it will be the same issue. In 2 days' time, the headline will still say that Australia is on fire, up until the day where Australia begins to control the fires, then there'll be a headline for Australia fires on the depletion, and then there'll be a click for Australia fires are completely out. That's a total of 4 clicks on fire. They've got it under control. It's now slowing. End. Trump's is 1 day bombs. 2nd day, this is what he has to say in his press conference. 3rd day, this is what he's going to do in the future. 4th day, are we at war with them? 5th day, this, that, the other. Trump is an ongoing issue with ongoing political thoughts, with ongoing decisions that he has to make every day. Therefore, he's going to get clicks every day. That's the only reason the media are reporting him more than anything else, is because he gets clicks and he provides different stories. Anyway, who do you think will be Team of the Year? Go check out my Team of the Year prediction. Go for that one. Go and check that out. I stop at Silver 1 with 15 games left CBA. Honestly, bro, go for the Gold 3. You get automatic qualification for next week. You might as well stay. Oh, God. You better be ready for me to get... Yes, Lidge. Yes. You better get that Ibra. I don't think I'd like that Ibra personally. I don't think it... I mean, he'll fit the squad. Oh, he fits the squad now. Yes. Anyway, are you a Jezza Corbyn supporter or Boris? I am not going to let my political agenda be shown through YouTube. How about that? Champs record, I got to goal 3, you'll see that. I did very well. What do you think of Minamino? I think he's going to be a great player on the club. Do you think Jack Grealish deserves an England call-up? Yes. Hi Luke, hey. Oh gee, your name's Bomb Tower 21. Jesus Christ. Whoa Luke, you're not a Tory, are you? No, Harry Hall, I'm not a Tory. That's as much as you're knowing. Don't care if I concede it. Luke defends anyway. Exactly, yeah, I'm just too good. Who does Chelsea need to sign? Personally, you know what? I'm going to come out and say this. I like Chilwell. I think he'll be great for the squad. I don't doubt his ability to do a good job. And I'm not putting squad fitnesses on. I'm doing the stingy thing of going through each player and clicking fitness because I don't want to waste the last one I've got. I don't want to go out and buy any more. It's raining in Australia. I know it's raining in Australia. That's a good point. That hasn't had much clicks, unfortunately. Hasn't made too many headlines. I mean, it has, but like I say, it hasn't drawn in, enough attention. So, as much as I do like Joao, I think he'll be a great asset for Chelsea. I would personally prefer Alex Telles. I know we're linked with him. I think he'd be cheaper. I think as a wing back and a defensive player, I think he offers a lot more. Yes, he hasn't got the longevity that Chilwell may or may not have at Chelsea. But at the same time, I think Telles has that experience in Europe. I think Alex Telles has... No, I was going to say that I think he has more experience working for a lesser club, but I suppose Porto and Leicester are on pretty much the same level at the minute, I think, in terms of... We're up to 82 viewers. Can we make 100, our first ever 100 viewer stream? That would be sick tonight. Will I be drafted for World War 3? No. Oh yeah, anyway, so Jadon Sancho would be sick. I would like either Alex Telles or Chilwell. And definitely, I think we just need an out-and-out centre-back. I do. Attacking wise, we know that Abraham's good enough to score goals. It's just giving him the service. Bringing in a winger, or that can offer a little bit more than what currently Willian can do in terms of consistency and or ability wise, more than Hudson-Odoi and or Pulisic. Because I think, whilst they're all very good players, I'm not doubting their ability. I can find them a little bit one-dimensional at times. Pulisic is more of a get the ball at his feet, dribble through, either then create a chance or shoot, which is good enough. That's what Hazard did. But there's not that sort of... I don't really see that sort of ownership from him on a consistent basis. Willian, exceptional on his day. He's had some great games this season. Oh, so far inconsistent, and that's been the story of his time at Chelsea. For one season, he was our best ever player when Hazard was having a bad season, and the whole team had a bad season. He was best of the bad bunch. He then dropped off for 2 or 3 seasons. He's still here because he is a good player, don't get me wrong. But I just don't rate him because so many games he goes missing. So I think a consistent player would be very nice to have there. Anyway, what do you think about Wolves so far? I love Wolves. And why do I love ASMR? There's actually a video coming up Tuesday. Tuesday. Tuesday my video goes up, and it's a video about my journey into ASMR and through ASMR. So go check that out if you can. Coming out on Tuesday. Come on, Adair. Come on with the strength. Come on. Virgil van Dijk. Big free kick to me, thank you. Why did Trump bomb me around in the first place anyway? And we're on 66 views. We're now on 81 apparently. Just keep refreshing it. They keep continuing having droughts. Yes, they do. That's the only problem with Australia, is it's a very hot, dry country. The fact of the matter is, you can argue the fact that that's why they're on fire. It's not the fact they're on fire that's the issue. It's how long they've been on fire, and the fact that the government have refused or only just started doing something about it and not recognise it's bad. Exactly, it's that bad that smoke's now in New Zealand. That's ridiculous. What rank are you in battles? That was my first game, so bronze 1. What do you love about ASMR that makes you want to do it? I just love, honestly, when you think about communities across YouTube, you think of the beauty community. Pop in at the minute. They've had their feuds over the past couple of years, especially this year. So it's really feuded. What I love about gaming is the fact that you get to see games. But again, they've had their feuds. They've had their this teams, and they've had their competitiveness, and they've had TFU kicking off at Fuss last year, and then Ninjas really popped off. In ASMR, it just seems to be nice and settled. Everything just seems so positive, and I like that. So yeah, can you pronounce my last name? Woolley, Ollie Woolley. Do you think? Oh, I've read that. What rank are you? Don't care. I have 3 mil with my team. That is huge. I'm making fit into the team. Exactly, bro. You can make him fit into the team. I think I'm way behind on comments. No, I'm not. Yes, JJ Prentice. Yes, JJ. How you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. Do you think Villa will go down? If they don't get their act together, then yes. How do you think Kovacic has progressed? You know what? I'm going to come out and say this. I think he's done exceptionally well at the start of the season. I think the past couple of games has shown a bit of a different side, a bit more of an aggressive side. But I hope that doesn't transform into a cockiness. You saw him when he came on against, who do we play? Like Brighton. When he came on against Brighton, got yellow carded almost immediately. Some horrific tackles, could have even been sent off. It showed sort of like an arrogance to his game that I didn't like. He sort of came on and was like, "Yeah, that's it. Now we've won. We've taken off. Who did they take off? Was it Mount? They took off for Kovacic, who didn't have the best game. Mount didn't. We were in the lead, and then he comes on, acts sort of like arrogant, as if, yeah, we've won it. It's fine. And then, lo and behold, they score a ridiculously good goal. It was coming anyway. They deserved it. But it was just a weird arrogance from Kovacic, and I really hope it's sort of what we saw with Willian. He has a couple of good games. He gets into his head that he's a very good player and whatnot. So, why the fuck is there stepping on Lego ASMR? I don't know. Not a clue, mate. How do you become a mod? Visit a lot of my streams on a regular basis. Become an active interactor of the channel, and I'll make you mod on a stream one day. How do you... Currently say, I hope impressing North and get promoted, but we are slipping away. Oh, Jesus. Why do you like Chelsea? Videos on that. I've made plenty of videos on that. Something about Pemecano there. What do you think about Arsenal signing Pemecano? He's a player that he's been linked with for ages. He's a player that Arsenal have been linked with for ages. So, yeah. If he does sign for them, unless he has been confirmed tonight and I've just completely missed it because I've been recording videos. I think that'll be a good signing for them. He's young, he's very good. You know, he's a player that I keep putting in scout role plays and stuff like that. Him and Mukil and who else? Canate is another one. Just Leipzig's whole back three French. They're all just very good players and young. Pedro's good in it, ish. Score prediction for Manchester Derby on Tuesday. Didn't know the Manchester Derby was on Tuesday, but hella hype for that now. Man City gets that every day of the week. Man City gets that like 3-1. Off at the post. Do you think Jadon Sancho will go to Chelsea? If so, where will he play? I think he'll play on the right wing, Pulisic on the left. Hudson-Odoi then backing up on the left. Willian being our backup on the right. I don't think he'll come this season. I think it will be a case of Chelsea have bidded for him. He does want to come to Chelsea. I think out of any of the clubs in England, as long as we can pay him similar, if not if we can pay him similar wages to all the other clubs, I think Chelsea is his first choice. You know, he's got links to the club. He's a Chelsea fan. He likes Lampard. He's a big fan of the whole setup anyway, playing younger players, playing attacking players. He knows that if he does come, he'll be playing a lot of football. So let's just... But at the same time, I think he's going to want to see out his year at Dortmund, and then he'll sign in the summer, or he'll sign in January, but stay at Dortmund till the summer, should I say. Moving on. Oh, by the way, I am going out on Wednesday night, and this is very good for you guys, because that means how about you guess what I'm doing on Wednesday night? City Tuesday in the Cup should be good. That's class. Is it just me? I think Leeds deserve to go. Yeah, I hate them. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not a team that I actively love or like. You know, it's always been a team in my mind that everyone sort of hates them. You know, it's no one sort of likes Leeds. But at the same time, part of me thinks they deserve to go up now. They've been down there for so long. They need a little bit of a good run of form, and maybe they can get up. And my girlfriend just tried to FaceTime me. I might need to message her back. Give me 2 seconds. I can unplug that now anyway. Whoa. EA tweeted Team of the Year. What is this about then? EA, what did you tweet? Oh, what do the numbers mean? I need to check something as well in a minute. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? I think it's just EA fucking with us. Let's go EA Sports. Sorry guys, I'm just Googling. It is okay. Oh look. 55. Oh no. That's a bit shit. Yeah. Med. Are you going to the chiropractor Wednesday, Luke? No, chiropractor's not the answer. My tablet's locked. Let's get back so I can see my chiropractor. No. Have you seen the Damned United? No. Man like Clem. You good, bro? Watching this masked singer. That masked singer is so weird, fam. Team of the Year's out soon. I know it is. 87 views. 84 according to my thing. Get rid of that. There we go. Let's carry on playing. Yeah, come on, keep guessing, guys. There's so many of you in the comments. Keep guessing what is occurring. What's occurring? Oh, that Gavin and Stacey was sick. I still need to watch all the seasons of them. The Everton. No, glory. Magnus, bro, stop giving yourself promo. God, who do you think you are? I love you, Magnus. I love you lots. Pub quiz. No, that's Thursday. I'll go to the pub quiz on a Thursday. I had to think then, did you see me eyes? Come on, Wednesday night. What do people do on a night? At night? Come on. Think. Haircut, golf. No, I'm not going to golf at night. I'm not going to golf until end of January it won't warm up at the end of January, but hopefully it won't be. I don't mind going golf, and I'd like to go golf in a winter setting, and that'd be a sick video. But I don't want it to be sodden. I'd rather it be a little bit harder. I'd love to go golf first thing in the morning on a really frosty morning. That'd be litty. Guys, you're not guessing this. It's not a haircut, and it's definitely not pub quiz. Who gets a haircut at night anyway? Do you think Villa will go down? Probably. Going to Iran with the boys? No, I've already confirmed not doing that. Clubbing with someone else? No. Right. I'm surprised you guys really aren't getting this. I thought it'd be all over the comments. I am going to play football with Big Up Adam, and we are going to be recording more football videos. Hell yeah. They'll be non-ASMR obviously, but who gives gives a shit when it's in real life football, hey? There'll be some, I might do challenges, I might do people, dentist. Vortex, you can't now put football after I've said football. That's not how this works. But yes, I am going to play football. That's going to be litty. We're going to Kirkcallam for a few hours. Hopefully, if we can book a court. And if so, the video will be coming up soon. Not straight away, because I assume Adam is going to want to edit it again. Because that's what he does anyway. He does video production at uni. I don't know what his actual course title is. I don't know if it's technically classed as music video. I suppose it's probably not, because he has to shoot short films rather than actual music videos. But that being said, that's what he wants to do apparently. He shoot music videos. If he still wants to do that, he might want to direct movies now. I just know he was a big fan of music videos when he did media at Friesland. Do you think Chelsea could sign Werner later in the year? Well, I don't know, because I've heard a lot of talk about his buyout clause or his transfer clause. Minimum fee release clause, as it's officially known in the agent world, obviously. Some say 26, some say 60, some say he doesn't even have one. So, fucked if I know what's going to happen with Werner. I think he's a bit of a shady character to deal with anyway. I think there's a lot there that doesn't meet the eye, especially considering all the problems, especially Liverpool have had with the sort of. We thought Liverpool were going to sign him years ago. We didn't. Are you good at football? JX. I like to think I am. Well, I don't know. I haven't played in like a year. But I have been very good. I've played at a reasonable level. I'm not going to say an exceptional level because I never did get that far, but at a reasonable level, yeah. If you go check out 2 of my other videos I've done here in real life football videos before, they're all up on my channel, and you can check me out. I've never really noticed how much of a weird stance / run up / like posture I have when I'm playing football, but I suppose I find it comfortable and I score absolutely banging goals, so it's all good. And I'm rapid, which makes it a lot better. We should do a subscriber COD stream. We should do. Get back on Apex. I actually haven't played Apex in ages. I actually think I've uninstalled it to make room for more games, because I've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon recently, and that game's been sick. But I might hop on Apex at some point when I'm less busy with my life, which might not be very soon, because I need to get a full-time job. I haven't got one, and I need one. Oh, what a ball. Oh shit. Goal. Thank you. Can anyone see this? Yes, Dan. Your in real life videos are brilliant. Cheers. At the start of the Road to Glory, who did you pack to buy Virgil van Dijk? If you saw the start of the Road to Glory, I never had him at the start. I had Rudiger and Socrates for a lot of it. Who did I have next to Socrates after? Because I didn't have Rudiger for too long. Oh, Sanchez. I had Sanchez and Socrates, who I really enjoyed using. So go and check out the earlier videos. You know that I didn't really pack that many good players, nor did I pick many good players. If I did pack anyone sick, it was out of a. I thought that was a goal. Blah blah blah. How's work? It's good. It's good. And now that Christmas is finished, it's excellent. Because it means a lot of hours. I'm still getting plenty of hours at work, and it's more just to put the shop back. So it's not particularly busy, and putting the shop to a specific like pattern, or sorting your walls out, or putting things to plan is my favourite aspect of the job. It's a bit like doing Lego, innit? Having a plan, you've got to follow instructions and get it to how you want it. Takes you about an hour to do do a wall or rejig things, make it all look nice and pretty, nice and neat, and it just really A, satisfies my OCD. B, like, do you know if I go to work and I'm on the tills all day and I've served 500 to 1,000 customers, which is your average, I don't really, in my mind, I never see that as being productive, because I'm stood in the same place, and at the end of it, you can't see the difference you've made. you've served loads of people, but you can't visualize how many people that is. So when you're not on the tills and you really like do change the shop to a plan and you just change like the whole shop around over a week, that to me is the best part, because you see how much you've done and how much you've changed. And I love that. Last week or two at your job, you should have get the customers wound up. I'll do that anyway. Oh, we love it at card shop. It's fucking brilliant. Yo, look, my dad was a great defender at the time and had trials for clubs like Southampton, West Brom and even Chelsea. He was about to sign for Chelsea as well, but then he decided to go into the Marines. Bro, that is a sick decision. My dad was in the, I can't say my dad was never in the Marines. He did basic training and left a week before he was due to pass, which at that point he'd already passed. It was just a case of not graduating, but waiting until he technically passed. Most hated team in the Championship. Millwall. Let's see if I can beat these on Legendary. Do you rate Sheffield United? Yeah, definitely, 100%. Do you think David Alba will be a good signing? No. But a few seasons ago, maybe. Not now. Like your dad's channel is pretty good. Cheers. He is, has been planning on making new videos. He did actually have one ready to go up 2 weeks ago that was recorded like 3 months ago. But he didn't like what he said in it because things had changed over the 3 months since he made it, so leave it. He ended up deleting it. Would you believe it? My dad is still at Tesco. Ridiculous, that's good. Who are you picking in icon swaps? 100% SEN, if I can get to it. You should do more vlogs, even if it's your house, showing your schedule. My schedule's free to view anyway. His channel name's My Name Rhymes. I don't think you're going to be able to find it from searching because it's quite a niche channel, and not a lot of niche channels get the viewing from search engines on YouTube. It's a bit ridiculous in that sense. So go into my comments on a few of my videos, or I think he's one of my featured channels on my channel, and you should be able to view it. Non-ASMR channel, because it would bang hard. Would it? I don't think it would bang that much. See, we all think that my ASMR channel will bang because I'm quite niche. I'm doing a full FIFA Road to Glory in ASMR style, and you think FIFA as a community is massive, ASMR is massive. You think that'd come together? Not really. It makes it a little bit harder, but we are getting bigger and better every day. I'm yet to have a month where I go down in subs, so that's always a positive, isn't it? And already I can feel like this team that I'm coming up against is much better than me now that I'm on Legendary. This will be 3 out of the 6 done. Okay, don't switch player then. I like the fact that I don't have game sound as well. I'm really used to not playing with game sound now. And it's just so much more. I can concentrate better. It's really good. Oh, 100%. I don't know why I haven't done this. Let me go back onto my live stream settings and monetize this. Because every time you live stream, it's not monetized. So I might as well monetize it, and every so often you'll see an ad, and I'll just earn money on it. Because why not? I mean, if I'm live streaming and no one's donating, not that you have to donate anyway, I might as well. Oh yeah, it is monetized. Fair dues. That's nice. What do I do for a job? Work in a card shop. I'm going to have to get a drink in a minute anyway. Decent, right. Go, come back off that. Let's go. Work tomorrow? Yes, I've got work tomorrow. I forgot I was in work tomorrow until my boss told me today. He doesn't usually work Sundays, but he had to come in today because he had Monday and Tuesday off because he was in Blackpool for New Year's. Anyway, he told me last week, because obviously now we're after Christmas, we have to count all of the cards that we have left at Christmas. We have to cite them into title, so mum, dad, auntie and uncle, auntie, uncle, all the different things. It takes the piss. We've been doing that for the past 2 weeks as we've been pulling them off the card racks and out the drawers and out the back. We've been sorting them out. We then have to sort them into price points, so 29p, 59p, 89p, 199p, 129, 149, 179, all that bollocks. And then we have to sit and count it. So he said to me, we actually were told that an external company for the first time this year come out and do it. So we were like, oh, gas, we don't have to do it. And then they told us actually you do have to do it. It was just an error. So we were like, oh, okay. So we've pulled us in to do it. I've got to go in tomorrow on my day off. I'm not too bothered. I mean, I'm getting paid to sit upstairs and count cards. That's all I'm doing tomorrow as well. I'm not doing anything more. If he asks me to do more, I'm telling him to go home. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do as I'm told. Oh, has he saved that? But no, hopefully tomorrow I'm just going in to count cards, because he said me and someone are going to be sat upstairs counting cards. It's very tedious, but the quicker I get it done, the quicker I go home, I suppose. So hopefully I'll be home early enough to record a few more videos and stream again tomorrow. My hope for tomorrow is get home early enough to record 2 more videos like I did today and stream at night. Or if I'm being productive, stream a little bit later and record another video, because I've actually got one to edit after this stream, so I can't stream too late. So yeah, work tomorrow, yes. Wasn't supposed to be, but I remember agreeing to it last week, which I forgot about. I just forgot to update the rotors, so it's fine. Oh, I can't quite break through his. I'm not playing against anyone. Luke, penalty. Do you ever get angry customers? CJ, I don't think you understand the level of customers we get in our shop. You don't know how aggressive OAPs can be. And I'm genuinely being serious when I say that. What a pen. Like, the older they are, the more aggressive they seem to be. And, like, do you know when a customer my age comes in and says, I don't know, I'll use the prime example, because it always happens, multiple occasions throughout the year. We'll have a customer buy balloons from Amazon. Right, come in and say, can we blow these up? Right, which may seem like a reasonable request, because they know that we blow balloons up. But when you think about it from a business standpoint, they've gone to a completely different shop, whether it's online or offline. They've gone to a completely different shop, bought balloons, and then expect us to blow it up. How ridiculous does it sound when you phrase it like that? Second of all, it's genuinely against our policy, because we don't stock the balloons. If anything does happen to them balloons, say, I don't know, I blow 5 of them up perfectly and then the last one pops, I can't replace that balloon because we don't stock them. Okay, so think about it from a reasonable point from that's 2 reasonable points. We're not making any money / profit off of other people's balloons, and if we're deemed to have damaged their property at the end of the day, because they've already purchased them, we're liable, so we can't. So when people come in and ask that, we say we can't, we give them the thing. You should see how aggressive they get. I had 2 members of our staff earlier this year, when we had the fair turn up. There was these 2 Irish people turned up, demanding we blow these balloons up, it's for the fair, blah blah blah, they're having a party, I don't know, whatever. When we told them we couldn't blow their balloons up, but we do offer helium tanks, so we sell the helium tanks, you can blow them up yourself, they said, nah, that's not good enough, blah blah, how much are they? You're making 0 profit and using time your company pays you for on that. Exactly, yeah, that's the point. Yes, so anyway, they picked up this helium tank, or 2, after we'd showed them. They said, how much is it? We say, it's £20. They go, for this? Got very, very aggressive. Start swinging this helium tank about. And I'm not joking, I mean swinging it like as in swinging for fun. Yes. I'm not paying £20 for this, you're having a laugh, this is ridiculous. Chucks it around, this, that, the other. Bear in mind, it's our property. I mean, we don't care about it. If he breaks it, it goes in damages. Doesn't really affect. It doesn't get taken out of my wages. But it's the physical violence that's ridiculous. Bearing in mind, you've got to understand something. This is over a sack of air. It's not even air; it's helium. This is over a plastic or latex sack of helium that this guy is getting so irate with us. He could just buy the tank and blow them up. Instead, he's damaging property. It just seems so unreasonable over something such as balloons. It just at the time when you think I need balloons, okay, I'm not getting these balloons. Let's get a bit aggressive. That's understandable. When you really, really break it down to its bare bones, it's the most ridiculous thing you can ever think of. It's a customer getting aggressive and violent because he's not getting a sack of helium. scratch that, 6 sacks of helium that aren't even bought from our shop. It's ridiculous. What objective are you trying to complete? I'm trying to complete the offline icon swaps objectives. So yeah, anyway, that's plenty of them. Honestly, I wish I could tell you all the funny... Well, I mean, I can tell you, if you'd like to hear all the funny stories about times and things that I personally have done and have happened to me in the shop, I will happily oblige. I just hope I don't get reported and I shouldn't get my job lost. You know, I've never... In fact, no, tell a lie, I've been reported. I've been reported on multiple occasions. It's brilliant. I mean, it's not brilliant to be reported, but it's brilliant the reasons that I got reported for. Absolutely class. In fact, no, I think I've been reported twice. And both of them were actually false. I can't remember the first one. The first one, again, it wasn't true what they were saying. My manager and area manager, who has to deal with the complaints, because my manager is in direct relation to me, if that makes sense. Because my manager is direct, I report to my manager, he can't get involved. My area manager has to be the person above him to then ask him and ask me what happened, sort of thing. So, I'll tell you the most recent one. Both of them have been false. A woman rang up and said, I'm fuming, I'm disgusted, I was in your shop earlier today. Because they don't even ring our shop, they have to ring head office. And they have to take this report and, you know, treat it as if it's a proper report, no matter what they say. I was in this specific shop and this specific person on this day has said this, and whatever. I don't get told what she said. Apparently I was just very, very abusive. I was very shouty. I was very unhelpful, this, that, the other. Right. So I got into work, very, you know, happy, jolly, probably very tired, because when I get into work I'm always tired, because it's first thing in the morning. I get to work, my manager's on the phone, obviously to my manager saying, look, we've had this report. He says, Luke, hang there, we've had this report, I need to speak to you about it in a minute. I was like, right, fair enough. So while he's on the phone, my area manager says, while he's there, just I'll speak to him. I mean, it doesn't have to be the most official thing in the world. Just explaining what's happened. Can you give me your side of the points? If there's anything that you want to... If this does need to go any further, then we'll make it official, sort of thing. So, he says to me, apparently you've said this, and this customer, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? When? And then my area manager goes, it was at this date, at this time. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't even remember that shift. And then Leon looks at me like, we go through my rotors. Way, 100 viewers. Oh, 107. Jesus. Whoa. Clip it. 100 viewers on stream. Whoopity whoop. Smashed it. I don't know what she claimed that I said. Apparently, all I heard was that I was being abusive. I was saying horrible things to her. This, that, the other. Anyway. Cut the long story short. We look at the rotor. I wasn't in that day. I'd served her 2 weeks prior. So what she had obviously done is gone, I want to make a complaint because I want some free shit. Which is what a lot of people do anyway. They complain about stuff to get free stuff. It's shit, ultimate shithouser. But you know how it goes. She'd found the receipt that I'd given her 2 weeks prior to this. Made up that she'd been in the shop. Which we contacted her back and said, this person it wasn't actually in on that day. And she goes, well, she served me 2 weeks prior to this. So she confirmed the fact that she'd lied, basically. Ultimate shithouser. And yeah, she just made up the fact that she'd been into the shop and wanted to complain about the person that had actually been nice and served her 2 weeks prior to the event. So that's that. Absolute classic, that one. Fucking honestly, all the times you don't know how often that happens. What have other customers done? Over Christmas, right? There was a day where we have water balls, which are like snow globes. They're basically snow globes, but they're called glass water balls because snow globe is apparently too fancy of a word for Card Factory. How did that not go in? So they're just big balls of water with like glitter in them and a specific sort of scene set, like by, so they've got like Rudolph in it or a Santa Claus or something like that. Anyway, there was a day of Christmas where kid you not, 12 of them were broken by children. Like 12 individual ones as well, not someone knocked 12 off. There was a day where I just seemed to kept going out and people saying, I've knocked over a water ball, can you pick it up? Bearing in mind, they're letting their kids near this and it's like thin, really sharp glass. And I'm not kidding, it is sharp glass because it's to be able to make it, you see things a lot easier, the glass has to be super thin. Anyway, so these all get knocked off and there's me trying to pick up all this glass. And someone says, I've knocked a big one off, because we have different size ones. I've knocked a big one off near the front of your shop. Okay, no worries, I'll go clean it up. Just make sure no one's down there and I'll get the roller and I'll get because you have to, the worst part about them is that there's a lot of glass, but there's also a lot of water. So you have to clean up the water before you can clean up the glass. You have to sort of mop up the water and be conscious of the fact that there's glass there. Because otherwise you're just mopping up wet and it's disgusting. You can't put water in a bin. You know, just put the wet paper towels in a bin and then put the glass in a bin, sort of thing, okay? So I'm doing this by the front of the shop, right by the doors. 2 people. Bear in mind we have 2 doors to get into the shop, you know, a left door and a right door. I'm, as you come into the shop, near the right door. Bent down, picking up all this glass. Person walks straight in the right door, pushes it wide open, hits me on multiple occasions. Says to a thingy, door won't open. Looks me dead in the face. Carries on trying to open it. Cheers, mate. Class 1 you are, aren't you? Why don't you use the other door? Might help. But anyway, I got out of the way. Class 109 viewers, that's ridiculous. I'm loving this. But yeah, it's just the stories I could tell you. At my first ever shift, a woman weed in the back of the shop. Bless her, she was very old. Obviously struggled. And I'm not saying that people don't, because bless her, it must be tough. But she'd come shopping with her daughter, who was, I'm not going to say old, but middle-aged herself. And I got showed how to work a till, this, that, the other. I was sort of shadowing my manager, or it wasn't actually my manager, it was a different member of staff at that time. My manager was there, but the person who showed me how to work a till, it was just scariest woman alive. Honest to God, I was petrified of her as a temp. Absolutely petrified. And I'm so glad, I'm not glad she doesn't work there now, because I got on with her quite well, but I'm glad that our new temps, and whenever temps start, aren't put through the wrath that she gave you, because Jesus Christ, she scared me to death. But anyway, she showed me how to work a till. And then after a couple of minutes, a case of, right, I'm going to leave you on your own now. If you need any questions, just ask, because there has got to be a point where they let you're left to your own devices to, there's only so much you can show you on a till. Click the relevant button that you need, anyway. Or most of it, scan it through. So, I'm there. First customer comes up to me. I'm ever so sorry. Me mum, I think she's weed at the back of your shop. And I'm there like, huh? Right, I'm not going against an 87 rate squad. There's me like, no, not world class, Luke. Bro, 150, that's ridiculous. Do you think we can get to like 150? But yeah, I'm there like, right, I'm going to go and get Leon. So I step off the till, walk into the back, bearing in mind they're all stood there thinking, why is this weirdo walk straight back into the back? Because without it being an official thing, like if a temp leaves the till, not that it's considered, I'm not going to say rude or disrespectful, it's more of a, you're not here for very long, you're here for like 4 to 5 hours, they're all doing long shifts, they're probably in the back because A, they're either getting stuff to fill the shop with, or they're having a quick 2-minute coffee break, or whatever. So, for someone to like walk into the back, it's just a bit weird. Usually it's a, you ring the bell if you need us, sort of thing. If not, stay there because you're going to be serving customers. I walked into the back, felt a little bit conscious. I was like, Leon, can I borrow you? And he was like, yeah, sure. He seemed a bit shocked because obviously it seemed a bit thing. So he walks over and I go, a woman's weed in the shop. And he looks at me like, yeah. And I'm like, no, genuinely. And then he was like, alright, okay. So we went and grabbed the mop bucket and then I assume gave it to the woman. I think he definitely gave it to the woman. No, I'm not opening my squad battle reward. No, because it's actually 1 o'clock that you get squad battles rewards, which is a shame. But yeah, so I was a bit sort of perplexed about the whole situation anyway, because it's not often you have someone winging your shop. That's my first ever customer. Should have chucked to the mop. Yeah. Well, I didn't know what to do. That was my first ever shift. I didn't know whether it was a case of, because say you're working in a nursing home, it's your job to care. If they wee, you have to clean them up, sort of thing. If you're working anywhere and someone spills a drink, it's up to you to mop it up. If someone wees in a shop, I didn't know whether it was my job. Oh, it's 12 now. Oh, okay. I might open him tonight then. No, I'm leaving him for the road to glory. So yeah, I didn't know whether it was a case of, right, Luke, here's the mop it up. I didn't know, because when you go to, like, I don't know, you go for a work experience at a garage. I'm going to use Will from the Inbetweeners as an example. You are picked on, you are given all the shitty jobs. I didn't know whether this was one of the occasions. I didn't know how nice or horrible my colleagues were going to be. Luckily, they're very nice. And luckily, quite a lot of them are very blunt to say to the customers, look, you've weed in the shop. Can you just give it a quick mop? Here's the mop. It's fine. All you need to do is mop it up, make it look clean, and then I'll go rinse it out in the back. It's fine. So luckily, that's what happened, or I assumed happened, because I definitely know Leon isn't mopping that up. Unless he really, really has to. But yeah, other stories. What else? Oh, I don't know whether I insulted a blind guy. I made a blind guy laugh. It was, again, I think I'd been there just over a year. And this is the point where you start to get a bit cheeky with the customers, and you sort of know how many hours a day. It varies. Tomorrow I'm on 9 till whenever I decide I need to finish, because it depends on how long I count the cards for. But yeah, so I had been there just over a year. I'm getting a bit cheeky with the customers at this point. You're not supposed to have banter with the customers. It's genuinely written in the rules. You're not supposed to. But if you know the customers and you want to chat to them, or you want to get a bit, friendly, then you chat to the customers, don't you? It's polite. I think it's more polite to talk to a customer than to completely ignore them and just act like a robot. But that's how companies want you to act nowadays. Anyway, so there's me trying to greet this geezer. He's coming from a very, very cold day. We have a heater shield, it's called, or a wind shield, that basically blows hot air near the door. It's to deter the cold air out back outside the door and to keep heat in. Not that our shop ever does that, because our shop is freezing at the best of times. Hence why I'm ill, because the shop's just too cold. So, I say to this bloke, oh, have your glasses steamed up? He says, no, I'm blind, hence the stick. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm ever so sorry. And he goes, nah, it's alright mate, don't worry about it. Not a lot of people really make me laugh on an occasion. He genuinely thought I was he thought I was taking the piss. I was genuinely perplexed. I think he could tell in my voice I was a little bit embarrassed and genuinely just a bit bewildered about, not the fact he was blind, but the fact I hadn't even noticed. I was just being a bit oblivious, I think is the perfect word. Anyway, he says, don't worry anyway, because I can't see your name badge and I can't even identify who you are, so you're not going to get in trouble. I went, oh, well, thank you. I think I said thank you to him for not reporting me, because technically he was well within his rights to, I don't know, report me for some, whatever he wants to say. He was being horrible, or he really made a nasty comment, because at the end of the day it could come across quite nasty if you take it the wrong way, but he had a sense of humour, so that's fine. Which I'm quite fortunate for. It sounds like a Luke thing. Yeah, it fully was. Oh dear, we are in trouble. Yeah. Finished 14-6 for the second weekend in a row, and got Zambroth from my compact, and spent 200k on it. Decent. It's not too bad. Iran just abandoned the nuclear deal. Is this news reported, or are you just saying this to get clicks? Or to get likes? How are we struggling against this team? Viewers gone from 70 to 100 since these stories. I know, this is class. I'm struggling to find more. I know that there's 100% more And there's definitely a lot more. Oh, I haven't told you about my weird story. Oh my god. Bless this geezer. He comes in towards the end of the day. Well, it was about 4 o'clock. Usually we shut at 5:30. Towards Christmas we shut at like 6:30, 7. So, what would usually be the end of the day, and what it technically says on our store opening timesheet in the window, but because it's Christmas we stay open later and people know that, so the store opening hours do change. Anyway, he comes in, he looks at me, he goes, upstairs? And I was like, I beg your pardon? This was I'd been there 2-3 years now, so it was only a year or two ago. He goes, upstairs? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, how much for a room? And I was like, no mate, we don't, there's no rooms upstairs to rent or anything, you can't stay upstairs. I assume he meant to like stay up, well, he did want to stay upstairs. Bearing in mind, upstairs is a very, very small kitchen and a very hard concrete floor with lots of boxes on it, because it's just a stock room, that's all it is. With I don't know, it's got 2 shelves upstairs now. So he genuinely wanted to live upstairs. And I was so bewildered. And he was like, manager? And I was like, oh, I'll go get the manager. Might as well get the manager, because he's going to love this. So I went, no worries, I'll go grab him for you. So I said, come here, I need to borrow you. And so manager comes over. He says, what seems to be the problem? And the guy's like, I want a room upstairs. And I felt a little bit sorry for him, because he didn't seem like he had a home. I'm going to say that. He seemed like he... yeah, so... News report. No. Iran don't have... Yeah, fair point. In fact, no, I can't even say that. Iran probably do have nukes. I think it's safe to say at this point, since nukes were created, it's been however many years, I think every country has a nuke. I think it's pretty safe to say. If not, every country has access to a nuke that is probably owned by another country. They probably have deals in place. Hence why they've abandoned their nuclear deal. Iran probably are on the brink of going... It's probably not even Iran's nuke. It's, if they are going to use a nuke, it'll be Iraq. Oh no, because they've been at war for years. It will be a partnering anti-Europe, anti-thingy state. Anyway, enough about politics. Yeah, Germany don't, but they're part of the UN, and UN have a lot. And if Germany wanted one, they could get their hands on one pretty easily. Pretty sure. They could just go, okay, we don't like the EU, we're going to side with Russia. Russia will be like, hey, Germany is a good powerhouse for us. What do you want? And they'll go, I just want access to one nuke. And they'll be like, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll take that back. Every country probably doesn't have a nuke when you're thinking about smaller, more peaceful states. But when we're talking about the political powerhouses of the country, or of the world, sorry. Oh. Anyway, I want to get back to my story. Yeah, so this bloke, bless him, obviously was either sofa surfing or pretty homeless. Pretty homeless isn't a thing. I sound like a dickhead right now. He obviously didn't have anywhere to live. He just wanted to rent a room upstairs. He then, to really emphasise the fact he wanted to purchase a room for upstairs, this is the weird part, he pulls out a wad of 20s. And I mean, wad of 20s. Which had me thinking, right, are they real 20s? For a start, because they could just be fake 20s and he's using that to try and buy places to live. Second of all, if you have got that money on you, A, where have you got it from? Because it seemed a little bit dodgy. B, why don't you go and stay at a hotel? If the be all and end all is the fact that he has all this money and he just needed a room for the night, go and stay at a hotel, mate. Bit odd. Russia, China will give Iran a nuke. Exactly. Hey, you come on, Mark. Yeah, to be fair, Denmark now defenceless. Let's all invade. I really hope in the morning we don't wake up and Iran's gone. We're going to go to Denmark. That would be so peak. I'm sorry, Magnus. Oh no. I can't believe we conceded. We've conceded to a 64 chem team. Do you think UK will get... No. 100% no. Because they're not at war with the UK. It's with America. It just depends on what the UK now decide to do. If UK go, right, we've got to defend America because they're our allies, then Iran are going to go, okay, we'll bomb you as well. And then that's when we become a threat. I think it's best, honestly, to just let USA deal with it. They've got a big enough firepower and a big enough defence system to deal with it anyway, without making it more of a political issue. I think if Trump and Iran do go to war, I think if that happens, the worst thing we could do is even open our mouths and speak about the issue. I think the best thing I know the news reports will anyway. Have you seen Trump's tweet? Oh no, yeah, we might as well. Unless it gets to the point where the US are really just like, unless the US really do, make a boo-boo of it and really just start killing innocent Iranians, which is part of the problem that is occurring anyway. Exactly, you might as well solve it diplomatically. If they're going to go to war, there's no point in us getting involved, because it's just going to cause more war. Let's see Donald Trump. What's he tweeted? Oh, Donald, that's the point. US could destroy Iran in a heartbeat. But you've got to oh, I scored. Right. Think about this as more of an underdog story, though. It's not just about Iran as a country. Trump just needs to obviously not, because they lost yesterday. I don't want us to talk about politics too much, but yes, the US could blow up Iran quite easy, without warning, to be fair. He doesn't have to give legal warning about any military strikes because at the end of the day, he controls the country, he controls their military. He can do what he wants with it. Yes, there are legal action to be taken in terms of, was there need for it in the first place? Which he has argued. He killed a leader that had proven to have ties with certain regimes and certain attacks in the past. So that was their sort of defence on that. Whether you agree with that or not is not. There's no point even trying to argue that anymore, because I've just got through. How's this a thing? I've struggled all game. But Iran now, this is what Donald Trump didn't really take into consideration. Well, may not have taken into consideration. Iran now have nothing to lose if they do bomb anywhere. Not that they're going to. They probably don't have any nukes, but if they do, they haven't got anything to lose. They might as well just try and attack. If they want to. Donald Trump says there will be big repercussions. That's fine. Because Iran know that if the US do bomb the whole of Iran, or a major city, or anything that puts civilians in danger, then it jeopardises the US's involvement with the rest of the world. That's what's at stake for the US. Iran don't have the relations with most of the world like the US do. US is a much bigger state, they have a much bigger military, they have more money, all this, that, the other. So, at the end of the day, if Iran decide, I don't know, fuck it, let's retaliate, even if they do get blown up and the whole country disappears, or what's left is ash, that is definitely not good for US. Even if it does defend their land, it's not good for their politics. Exactly. If the US do anything, it's simply like you said. If the US do anything, it's not just its allies it has to deal with on a humanitarian issue. It's causing even more worse relations with the countries it's already got worse relations with. You know what I mean? UK are allies with Russia. UK are allies with everyone because of multiple peace treaties to keep peace. UK, as far as I can see, unless something drastic happens, such as Iran now bombing bloody US and then the US blowing up half of Iran. Not that they're going to do that, because 100% Trump will have advisors that will say, look, yes, they blew up parts of us, yes, we need to take action, yes, there are things that need to be done against Iran. They're 100% not going to go, let's blow up all of Iran. They're sophisticated enough, they have the correct advanced weaponry to target specific places. If Trump is stupid enough to blow up the whole of Iran, then it causes further issue. That's the end of that. And I don't get how I've scored that. Only if all of that happens and everything does get escalated to an extra degree will the UK even get involved. But no, in the UK, we're thick. And you know what? I've gone completely against what I said. Boris Johnson at the minute, I said a minute ago, doesn't want to get involved because it'll ruin his political sort of agenda. His agenda is to get Brexit done at the end of the day. And then really, really try and strike deals with the big people. So to go to war would just lose too much money. It'd put us under too much pressure. It'd just give another sort of whole agenda that he wouldn't want. That's what I said earlier, or something along those lines. I actually think that if anything does happen, Boris Johnson is going to absolutely love the limelight, similar to what Trump's doing now. Whether anything does happen or not, I actually think Bojo will love the limelight of it all. He'll like the media attention. He will, similar to what Donald Trump says, is say the right things to really satisfy a select group of voters. Or maybe he'll try to appeal to a different sort of target audience that weren't a fan of Boris Johnson or Jeremy Corbyn or politics as a whole. And so I 100% think Iran know the consequences. Iran know that if they try anything, their whole parliamentary system or anyone that's in charge of their military specifically will be blown to bits. America have the technology. Iran aren't anywhere near as advanced. If they even are, then that's how big the war will be. But I'm going to get a drink in a minute. Do I work in a mall? No. Waste? No. Do you like Hudson Doyle today? Didn't see him, which is unfortunate for me. I was at work. Are you excited to get drafted? 100%. I know for sure that North Korea, Russia and China have no urges to use nuclear weaponry. They would only use it if the country is under extreme severe threat. Yeah, my point is, even if Iran is under extreme threat, I don't think it's something that... Yes, there we go. What do we get? Rare gold pack. See, this is what people misinterpret. Bojo isn't mates with him. Bojo's civil with him. Bojo has like the same sort of agendas. They run for the same side of... They don't. They run for a complete opposite side of sort of policies and agendas. It's... Oh no, Trump likes money, but he also likes controversy. Bojo's the same. He likes controversy. They're similar in that respect. I wouldn't go so far as saying they're friends. They're ambassadors for a country. They both do the same job. They have mutual respect. It's as simple as that. Yeah, the thing is, Athenian, is Iran. It's tough. BNN's weak. See you next. See you soon, CJ. Hi, Kian. What did you get when you sold Inform Neymar? I'm not showing you. You'll find out in tomorrow's episode. Where's the name on money gone? I'm selling someone to hopefully recoup most of that money back. But yeah, I've also got a Bundesliga side that's like 150k's worth of players. Do you work as a footballer for Manchester? No. Do you still want to be a PE teacher? Not anymore, unfortunately. I did want to be. I'm no longer doing my teaching degree, so can't be a teacher. But I think in America could it. See, I don't think so. In the old world wars, think about how Russia were a force, but it was a very bootleg force. The same with China. It was a lot of based on honour and dignity when we fought them. The UK and the US were a lot more technologically advanced. And when you look at, this is going to sound ridiculous and this is going to sound awful, but looking back on it, we could see that the Nazis were the wrong people. We could see that whole regime was fucked up. And it didn't take long for soldiers to also believe that. They followed orders. If you want to talk about the psychology of it, I could talk about it in a completely separate video. But looking back on it, the Nazis were in the wrong. So as soon as, I don't know, the political figure died, which was Hitler, the soldiers went, that's fine. I don't want to say it was a pretty quick turnaround, because it seems awful to think that it was a long war. But once it started going downhill for one side, that was it, was the end. So, in this scenario, who specifically is in the wrong? This is the difference. Yes, the guy that they killed had done many, many bad things. He's died. Now it's a case of we're currently at that stage where we don't actually know what's right or wrong at the minute, and that's a dangerous territory to be in. You know, subscription. That's what I mean, Max. Technically, Iran are in the wrong because they've done well. Iran aren't in the wrong. A political figure from Iran was in the wrong. He's now been neutralised. But he's been neutralised by a country that don't have any political or any authority in Iran. You know? That's the questions you've got to ask here. Yeah, I know the people are supporting him, but it's like us saying we don't like that person that's currently in Australia because he's not helping the people with the fires, so we're going to kill him. Yeah, 100% it's going to be military strikes and cyber attacks. It's not going to be deployed people. It is going to be more deployed people than there currently are deployed, because they are going to deploy, just not as much as it is with the old wars. Yeah, American were 100. Trump as leader, he's very, 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 very clever. He's very clever. He's very manipulative. But he handles things badly. And I think... Oh, thank you, Jordan H1, for donating $5. I don't think that he... I think he's clever in the way that he knows how to word things and work his own audience. And he's a very good business leader and model at the way of manipulating people and getting things to do what he wants to do. But I don't think he often portrays himself in a positive way. I saw that room tour. My dad works in one of those warehouses out your window. Does he actually? That's sick. Do you think he wants to attack just so he can attack them? Right. Where was the comment? Lewis said, yeah, but this guy works today. He does, and that's the whole reason he was killed. But America still have no jurisdiction in that country in terms of law. So in theory, that's like me going to a different country, shooting a guy who may be a very bad guy. There is still consequences for me personally. If I went and shot a guy in Germany, because he was a bad guy and everyone hated him, I would still be put in prison for murder. But just because a president of another country orchestrated this attack, why is there no consequence for that? Think about it that way. I've seen said, imagine if you hadn't bashed me. That's a sick comment. How do you think the UK will get on if we ever handled a situation like this? Trump doesn't portray himself the best, but you can't deny it's mainly the media that go out of the way to make him look bad. Ooh. Tough question. I do think that the media have a big part to play. The same with anyone out there. You know, they portray Boris Johnson to be the best person alive, yet portrayed Jeremy Corbyn as this horrible, idiotic leader. They both had pros and cons. That was it. That's the be-all and end-all of politics in the UK. The media always do a job of portraying someone that they want in the light and portraying someone that they don't want in the dark. It's as simple as that. But he never ever makes it easier for himself. he always just does stuff that he knows the media will hate, because at the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity, you know. Trump does we were doing a meet and greet when we reach Iran. Hell yeah, of course I will. Have you seen the 80 million bounty on Trump's head? No. Oh yeah, 100%. It just concerns me. It's about this guy's history, not just the leaders, but normal people are calling for the death of America. See, I've also heard that a lot of people are getting on with their day-to-day lives in Iran. And a lot of people are quite happy that this other guy's dead, as we'd expect. It's as if, imagine if, I don't know, the Netherlands came over and assassinated Tommy Robinson. Take this. I know a lot of people in the UK don't like Tommy Robinson, and rightfully so. I don't like him as a prick. But at the same time, there are going to be people that still go out and protest his death because of what it represents, not because of who he was. And I think that's what Trump underestimated, was the fact that the people, although they didn't agree with him, as rightfully so, he was a terrorist organiser, whatever it was, it's not the killing of the guy. No, it's not the death of the guy that's the issue. It was the involvement the USA played in his death. If it was an Iranian-led attack and the US went to Iran and said, look, yeah, but Magnus, why does Trump have the authority to call a shot in a different country? He has the authority to call a shot in his own country because he owns that country and he runs that country. He doesn't own Iran. Therefore, he shouldn't have the ability to do so. That's the attention. But like I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, it wasn't the death of the bloke that the Iranians care about. It was the involvement of America. If America had gone to Iran and said, look, this guy's this guy, we know that you know that he's this person, because that's the whole point. We know a lot of your citizens don't like him, but he's a political figure. How about, as a team, we orchestrate this attack? We get rid of him off the throne. We completely de-escalate the situation. That's how it should have been handled. That's not how it was handled. Donald Trump decided, you know what, I'm going to take this into my own hands. Bang, you're gone. Oh shit, I didn't expect the people to respond like that. He shot himself in the foot by ordering it himself and not orchestrating a covert attack, basically. Can I buy a signed t-shirt? Send me 50 quid, I'll sign a random t-shirt and send it you. Ops on Boris Johnson as leader, I'm not even going to go into that, it's just poor. That's so weird, I've just got a PayPal email as I've said that. If you're from the US, would you be happy with Trump as leader? No. Personally, no. But it's not up to me. What about a signed paper notification? I'll sign a piece of paper, yeah. Why not? Doing the right thing yourself. Oh, God. He said that the guy was planning attacks on Americans. Yeah. Theoretically. This is my point. If he was planning attacks on America, that's fine. There's a difference between planning and doing, okay? Ultimately, he needed to stop it before it happened. I understand that. Track. There's plenty of things in place where he can track a person's behaviour, track people's track groups, track them coming into America, stop them coming into America, defend his land. This is like me saying, I heard someone from next door was going to come and attack me. Okay? So instead I went round there and attacked them. Therefore you have no... If he has proof, and that's fine. If he does have proof, then probably the tax were probably granted and were fine if he could prove that 100% that they were going to bomb or blow up or, I don't know, attack America in some way. I'm not saying he needs to wait for it to happen. I think he needs to stop. He needs to defend his land. He doesn't need to bomb someone in another country where he has no jurisdiction and then expect no repercussion. The reason for him killing the leader, or not the leader, but a political figure. No, the guy had killed an American and injured several others recently. Okay, fair dues. But, okay, this is another part. What part of Iran, and this is the key part, what part of Iran is threatening the US? Yeah, no, I agree with that, Magnus. I do sympathise with that. And I agree with that, Morgan. If he hadn't stepped in and there wasn't attack, you get more stick. That's fair enough. But this is... Let me explain my point before you comment anymore. The thing is, Iran isn't something to play with. Iran isn't Iraq. Iran has special forces. Yeah, exactly. Iran's a completely separate country to Iraq. And you've got to understand that. You might think that Iraq and Iran have been at war for a while, but they're both completely separate countries. Many people deem them to be a part of the same sort of state and couple of countries, but they're completely separate. Who is threatening the US? If it's the Iranian government and Iran is just as a whole country, the whole of Iran have rallied together, or the government are planning to attack America for it, then you've got to be under the consideration that Trump didn't even confer with Iran the fact that this attack was going to happen. If Iran is letting this guy get away with murder or attacks, Trump should go to Iran and say, look, this guy has just killed loads of people on my land. You know, think about this on a smaller scale. This guy's come, he's killed a few Americans or whatnot. This isn't happening. This is not fair. I want something to be done. We need to bring him to trial. If you're from the Iranian government, you see sense in that. Okay? Whether you're high up or not, you see sense in that and you go, okay. Obviously nothing was done. He's still a political leader, a political figure. Then it's okay. And this is fine. And he's attacked and blown up wherever he blew up and killed the guy. Only if that whole scenario happened am I fine with this whole situation. Yeah, but obviously the whole fact that we killed him is the fact we had proof of this. If we had proof of this, then we need to bring him to justice. There's a whole justice system involved. It's tough because there's a lot of grey area. And I think that's what we're finding with this. Next Road to Glory is coming out at 5 o'clock tomorrow. When's the next food vid? I don't know, actually. Yeah, we can have another food vid soon. You would rather have Osama bin Laden dead than having him behind bars, so what's the difference here? You know what? Part of it's the media. I'm going to say this because Osama bin Laden was a threat for years. I'm good, Harry. And Clements for PM, thank you. I watch every video of yours. Cheers, Hoops. Yeah, I should have done it by the book. This is what I'm saying is the Americans preach... Well, think of this as a whole. How can you describe? I don't want to say this word, but I'm going to have to. The developed world, the West, for what many people consider to be the West. America, England, Europe as a whole. We're built upon solid foundations of people need to be brought to trial, there needs to be justice, there needs to be some form of order to things. To then not only not bring someone to justice, but to just bomb a country that you have no control over, this whole thing should have been dealt with a lot more formally. And if not formally, Trump should have come out and said, look, we have found this is the evidence, this person is who's been killing our people, this is what we're going to do about it, bang, it got done. Right? He's come out and said, we blew that country up because this, and this, and this. I'm fine with that. But were there things put in place? He hasn't told us whether he tried to speak to Iran about it. Should we have a foot chance right now? Good work, you got no worries. English is exactly. A war wouldn't happen. We would all die. Yeah, I'm gonna just move on now. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna move on. We've gone back down to 90 views. We've dropped back below 100. It's a big thing. Oh, it's so hard to discuss. Time will tell whether it was a good call. I'm gonna say that. If at the end of the day, the attacks aren't going to stop. There are many, many people that just get put in the leader's position. Relations have now worsened. You've got to think about this in the long term. Relations have now worsened between US and Iran. They're apparently at war with each other. That's fine. They could be at war with each other. We don't have to get involved with that. But would it not have been a lot better in terms of relations for them to diplomatically deal with this? No matter the outcome, no matter the threat. It's always better. Because at the end of the day, we can say we tried, we sat down with that person, we talked to them, they did nothing, now we've killed them. The next person in charge, you sit down with them and say, look, we killed him for that reason, we don't have anything against you. If you have a problem with us, let us know. Okay, you have a problem with us? That's fine. If you do anything, we will retaliate. You set the rules in place before anything happens. The rules were never set in place between Iran and America. So therefore, as the bigger nation, or the bigger man, or anything, there should have been talks between the countries before anything happened anyway. Ever heard of city plumbing? No. Do you think the UK will step in if things keep growing? If we're in this situation, do you think the US will step in to help us? I think... Ooh, that's a good question. I am going to say two different things that mean the same thing. I don't think we're going to get involved unless it really does escalate to a point where we need to get involved and other countries begin getting involved, that we're either allies or... I think if they start attacking our allies and or beginning relations with hostile states towards, I think we could get involved. No worries, JJ. So I don't think we're going to get involved unless it really does escalate. On the flip side of that, I don't think it's clever for us to get involved anyway, because the US is such a bigger state. They hold more money, they hold more capital, they hold more weapons, they hold a bigger military. Us adding to them would add, I don't know, maybe a quarter to a third of the manpower or size or militia or whatever you want to call it. On the flip side, if we were in this position, I do think America would get involved. Just because it's America, they want to be shown as the biggest in the world. It's like imagine a female lion, the prowess of the pride. If she attacks another lion, it's about honor, it's about who's bigger, and it's about getting the kill. Okay. If her cub feels under threat, she steps in. We're like the cub, and America's like the female lion. You know what I mean? So she can defend herself, and it's only if everyone else is needed that everyone else will get involved. If any of the smaller nations are threatened, America's going to jump in, A, to protect, B, to get some of the limelight, and C, because Iran is a very, very, very good economical source for the US if they do gain control at any point. Anyway, welcome to the Scream Insigne. I never bought in Scream Insigne. What's the plan if war starts? Dunno. You coming to Scotland for the war? Nope. They need to get Trump gone. That's debatable. I think we'll just do it diplomatically through United Nations. I hope if Iran attacked the 300 British soldiers, then it'll be actually, 100%. Not sure how true this is, but if you heard China and Iran would be allies, pretty sure that'd be true. Guys, there won't be a war. People are always scared of war. Each year, something new. ISIS, Russia, China. Yeah. That analogy was class like it was. It was sick. Can we ban politics? Yes. I'm going to move on from politics now. What have you spent 800,000 coins on? Honestly, don't know. Luke, I'm off. I'll see you next stream, fella. Cheers, Mackenzie. From stream. Yes. Hey, man. Big love for the... I assume that means Red to Glory. Keep up the good work. Yes, it just means Red to Glory. What about Prime Lampard? No, haven't bought Prime Lampard. You will see in tomorrow's episode what has happened. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to stop speaking. I'm going to play more games. Guys, stop politics. Yep, stop politics. Am I getting... Go get your drink. Cheers, Adam. Got my drink. Beautiful. Will I go for prime lamps after Trent? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to see how much I can afford of who I can afford. Apologies for that. Yeah, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to afford. I think I've made... Right. There's 90 of you watching. I'm gonna let slip. If you don't want to see... if you don't want me to ruin part of tomorrow's episode, click off the video in a few seconds time, come back in approximately 5 minutes. So click off now. If you are wanting to listen and find out what comes up tomorrow, I might need your advice. Have you all clicked off? I'm waiting for people to click off. If not, you all want to hear it. Anyway. Get storyline Perisic, not Batman, okay. I got Perisic, although I have a Syria team, okay. You're saying. So, we went and bought Prime Keane for 580k, okay. I've also got a Bundesliga team. I've spent approximately 100 and something K on this. So I've got 10, 80, 90, 100, 120k there. So that's back up to over $1 million. I've bought a Bundesliga squad that includes Scream Kimmich anyway. I've lost a little bit on tax based on that anyway, if you think about that. So, in theory, I'm back up to around 1.7 mil. I also spent plenty on fitness cards, which is what's coming up on tomorrow's episode. So, yeah, no, it's not all fancy. Bought it for 580. I've listed it back up yesterday for like 3... Was the name I packed the only 125k I bought? Yeah, 100%. It's the only one I bought this year. I bought it for 580, and I've listed them up for 3 days. Now, if you guys don't know, there's been a market crash. There are plenty of prime keens for like 550. I'm really trying to cut my losses here. But I started with his start price too low. If I'd have left it at 550, someone would have bid it overnight and won him for cheaper than what I purchased. So I've lost a bit of money on him. I'm really bearing in mind that I bought him Friday. Today's Sunday. No, sorry, I bought him Saturday. Fuming. I bought him yesterday. Price was 580. Did I buy him yesterday? Yeah. No, I did buy him Friday. Sorry, I bought him Friday. He's gone down 30k in 2 days. Now I'm hoping after Weekend League, his price goes up a little bit. When Team of the Year comes out, it's probably not going to be the same. So, it's down to 340. It's not one of the ones been listed. I can't even. Okay, baby. Yeah, 20. Yeah. After tax, that's a big. Yes, I know it's a big loss. I'm fucking fuming. I bought him and he's very good. Might even keep him. If I'm being totally honest. What made you buy him? I was struggling in foot champs. I had a rage moment where I lost 3 in a row. And defensively, Lampard and Nainggolan weren't doing the job I wanted them to. So I bought him. And you'll see tomorrow. Exactly, Bailey. Oh. I'm not getting Del Piero. I don't want Del Piero. His price is only going to get worse. Expensive. I don't even think that's a good enough card, personally, for over. Who's putting him at CDM? Centre forward. His balance is too low. Stamina's too low. Do you think coin sites are dodgy? Yes, 100%. Hold off. I can't. Yeah, exactly. This is why I'm trying to sell him. I've got a day and I've got almost 2 days left, and his price is only going to go down even further, which is why I'm worrying. Let's go like this and just go back. Anyway, welcome back to the stream. If you come back to the stream, I do like gameplay this year. It's really good for you. I practiced one to watch and trade one. He's actually decent. Only used him for a few games and they've all been offline. So, well done there. How many more games have we got left on this? 2 more games. 2 more games I can play tonight. And I might even do some more. How do you win rival games? I play them and I try to do well. Nothing easier than that, to be fair. They should allow you to cancel your items for sale so you can relist. 100%. I don't see why that's not a thing. Oh, I've done that. I wasn't doing that. Well. We've only got battle royals on the stream. No, I'll leave that for tomorrow's. For Friday's Road to Glory, along with rewards. I've already discussed my favourite cards this year. There's a mix between Socrates, or Socrates, however you say it. Edison at the start of the game. Ryan Kent, Walcott, and I don't know. Pookie at the start of the game. Luke's tip of the day. I play them. Yeah, 100%. Anyone's back to school tomorrow? No, unfortunately not. I'm at work. Because, I'm an adult. I don't go to school anymore. But yeah, we had a rant about politics. We played FIFA. We've had a good stream. We've hit over 100 viewers on stream. You know what? 2020 is going to be a big year. I'm calling it. Huge year. Road to Glory is going to pop off. I'm going to do at least 50 episodes of the Road to Glory this year. If I'm doing what? 8 a month. I don't know how people said you only have 5 school fitness. I had 114 slots or 101.1k. Peak. Ha. Have I just conceded then? What is that about? Do you know what? I always have one game when I'm trying to do these icon swaps with each team where I just can't win a match, no matter who it is against. Look at that, Immobile, what you doing, fam? So, welcome back. If you stopped watching at some point, yeah, I fucked up. I didn't know I fucked up until I knew. But you never know. Theoretically, we could bounce back. couldn't we? Could bounce back. This price might go up in the next day or two. Because theoretically, who are we going to get that's similar to him in Team of the Year, bar Kante and De Jong and De Bruyne isn't going to be like him at all. Don't put it in the comments, you're all dickheads. Yes, but at the same time, the whole point of me doing icon swaps is to go for that SEN who's going to play his role. That's the issue. Plus, coins are finite. Coins run out. Coins come and go. You know? Has he saved that then? Coins come and go anyway, so SENs don't come and go. SENs are primes. Prime examples of why I love FIFA. Prime examples of what I want from a player. Part of the whole road to glory was to get SEN and Lampard and Drogba. We could have 3 out of the 4. Soon. You'll reach 20k before April. I will not reach 20k before April. I don't even think I'll hit 10k before April. I'm currently getting 300 subs a month. Subscription. Thank you. So I'll be hitting 10k by April. Right, there's a glitch on the channel for squad battles. What is it? Tell me. I never actually watched that video because I didn't think I'd ever need to play it on Legendary until I really realised that tonight I was going to be playing it on Legendary and someone reminded me that he did a video. I have one to watch De Jong if he gets Team of the Year. Will my card get upgraded? No, unfortunately not. It's only informs. And specific no. It is literally just wants to watch man of the matches, stuff like that. Stuff in game. If he gets a team of the group stage, although it's technically performance based, it's a grouped performance based. Same as Team of the Year. The whole reason he gets Team of the Year is because we voted for him because of how good of his performances, but it's not individual performances. I feel like you have to make more clickbait videos out. Trust me, I've tried that. It doesn't happen. I might as well just be an open as honest. Look how my clickbait titles. What do you think of Curtis James' goal? Didn't see it. You just fake shot the ball in certain places and they don't tackle you. Raw. I need to try this. Ooh. That was my Mexican accent. Guys, I've got a good video. If you've seen my room tour video, what game is it that I said I wanted to play as a video for my channel? Because I'd love to do that. There you are. Bit of Clem trivia knowledge for you guys in the comments to try and remember if you are true fans. How about between now and the end of the stream, I ask up to a certain amount of questions. I keep asking questions about the channel. If you've got the most points, or if we keep track of it, whoever wins this sort of, I'm losing to this, whatever this is. Nope, that wasn't one of the places. Then you get made mod. Very, very fancy. I heard that EA could release to me flashbacks. Do you know what would piss me off is flashback Danny Alves. He seemed to make it in every year, didn't he? No, they probably are going to give flashbacks, and we're going to see. They're going to be meta players that will be either worth a lot of coins, or be worth a lot of coin sink, which is SBC really, or they're gameplay objective based, which is just a time sink. They're not going to either that, or they're going to give someone who really will end up having a bad card, even though it's Team of the Year. They'll give it someone like, I don't know, who could I think at this moment in time who they can give it to? Iniesta. If they give a Team of the Year to Iniesta or Team of the Year flashback, I reckon they'll make his balance, agility and stamina too low, and he won't be as usable as you might think he would be, even though if it was a true flashback, they'd give him mental stamina, because the stamina always was mental. Or they give him high agility and balance, and if they do, it will just be too expensive, I think. Flashback healing with 75 plus pace would be sick. What are your 2 media predictions? Go check out my channel for that. Apparently flashback. I've seen the Ribery. That's what I needed to check on the market, was whether you could actually search Ribery, because you couldn't before, because his Fiorentina card wasn't in the game. But apparently you can now. And the Christmas, I'll do more times videos like that to get more views and subs. My room tour went up yesterday, didn't it? 12 comments I haven't replied to. How many views is it on, by the way? 3k for the room tour, that's going to bang. Give it a week and that'll be on like 8k. You should have way more subs. Cheers, Nightcrawler. What was the Barbie sim the game? What? I don't know what you're about. Ooh, next FIFA icon, Robin or Shafi. Ooh. Personally, I'd like to see Robin, ex-Chelsea player. I used to love him. We do need a few more wingers as icons in the game. I actually think we need more wing backs as well. I know they added like Carlos Alberto and Italian guy. Not Lambrini. Lambrini's a drink, innit? Oh no. Zambrotta. Lambrini. Oh, I'm a fucking joker. Yeah. No one actually. Oh, the game, the Barbie sim. No one got my game. No one guessed my game correctly. You're all frauds. It was the accent game. I've got a tin full of accents and little cards. I don't know whether I actually spoke over that bit though, and said what I thought I was going to say. So I might let you guys off, because I don't think I actually mentioned it. Well, we haven't had proper decent SBCs in a while. In like 5 or 6 days. It's been since a decent SBC. Maybe even a week. I really hope that means that they've been planning shit. And do you know what gets me? Funnily enough, the week before Team of the Year, they have issues with player picks. Does that not scream to me the fact that they may or may not have been testing putting Team of the Years in player picks? Just saying. Just saying, it's a theory. You don't have to believe it. It's just a theory. But it is EA, so probably not. You know what I mean? Steep. What? Bailey, I'm on about the board game that I showed. I've just literally talked about it. He's still trying to comment. What are you playing at? I'm not going to bring Dropper on. I don't want to ruin his record. We'll bring on My Corona. They're not releasing SPCs because they want people saving back. Exactly. No, they will release Team of the Year SPCs. They'll release like put an 80 rated squad and you'll get a Prime Gold players pack. Or 82 rated squad with a rare Electrum players pack. Something like that. Or a Team of the Year day 1. And then if you do all days, you get an extra 50k back at the end. Which reminds me, I forgot to clip that bit. Oh, I was meant to clip my... Oh, go on. Why is Immobile still playing? I subbed him off. Has he not come off the pitch yet? Right, let's put in a dirty tackle here. That wasn't meant to happen. That wasn't the tackle I was meant to do, but he just carried on running. I got a comment the other day that really made me think about myself, or my PlayStation at the very least, that said, I'm experiencing micro freezers. It's actually my PlayStation. You need to clean your PlayStation out. And I sat there and I was like, thank you. I sat there and I thought, oh my god, genuinely, I haven't actually thought about that. Maybe it's just really dusty and maybe it's like stuff out, how do I clean it sort of thing. And then I sat on it and I thought, no. I play offline games. I've been playing Ghost Recon. I don't experience any lag in that. And I thought maybe it's just because it takes up a lot of processing power when you're playing online. I've been playing offline Ultimate Team. And not once have I had any form of
Micro freeze.
Subscription.
Absolute bollocks. That's what it is. Oh, I haven't done that. It's 100% EA's fault. Thank you, Bailey Yates, for subscribing. Pretty sure you already resubbed. Yeah, thought you might. Why did you unsub? You melt. For those of you that unsub, you have to now click the join button and join for $1.99 a month. Which is how it works. Imagine. Although we've already got 4 members of the channel now, which is pretty cool. And I do want to be doing a lot more towards catering for that. I want to add loads more emojis in at some point when I can. Because I do want to add like that sort of content to my channel. I want to make it a fun channel, especially when streaming. Because it is a crap, yeah, it literally just is that. Well, you got the notification. Now cater to my demands.
Subscription.
Jordan, don't everyone start doing this. It just makes... Do you know what it does do? It gives me a notification on my emails, but it also thinks...
Subscription.
It makes YouTube think something's up. Because they see the fact I've lost 280 subscribers, but also gained 280 subscribers in the space of about 3 hours. Because everyone unsubs and resubs.
Subscription.
Yes, 80th minute. Come on, get back. Cheers, George. Sorry, I've coughed. That's when people watch this back, because it is an ASMR live stream. Quite a few people will actually watch this back. Apologies for that. I'm sorry. And for the car alarm that's going off. It's not car. Right, where's this geezer gone? Dan, tell your dad that your factory's alarm's going off. It's not brilliant, Bailey. I have Politano for the Italy team. That's a fair point. I don't. Would have been useful, to be fair. Do you know, I really panicked at the start of this because I saw the fact I needed an Italian team, and I was like, okay, so I searched for the Italian players. I had 4 strikers, and I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? How am I going to fit 4 bloody strikers into a squad? Then I realised it doesn't have to be first owner, so I went out and bought the squad. I almost got frauded out of trying to do squad battles with... So close. Yeah, JJ, how have Hearts been doing this season? No. Yes. Doesn't go to extra time, does it? I've cooked myself. Oh, I'll tell you what. I was New Year's Eve at my girlfriend's and her brother's. Obviously, he's very... I'll say... what's the word? Very... naive. Doesn't quite understand a lot of... Oh no, it does. Beautiful. Let's not talk about No, let's talk about it. Yeah, so he's very naive. He doesn't really know a lot about... I don't know. Certain maybe phrases or terms of phrase that may be used. Anyway, so we're playing this game where it's a bit like if you've seen all the YouTubers that do what gets searched on the internet and they say is mini minter and then they have to fill in the blanks. We've got a game like that, but it's just little generic phrases. Like one of my favourite ones that we saw was does my foot, and then we had to finish it. And I put look big because I thought, oh no, do my feet, something like that. And I put look big, right? Which I thought was a great option. The one that actually gets searched is look big in skinny jeans, right? And I was like, well, who's searching that over just big? Do my feet look big? People don't search that. People put do my feet look big in skinny jeans. How are more people? I thought it was ridiculous and I was pissing myself. Anyway, that's off tangent. One of them was something about dinner or something. So I made a really good play on word and I say get cooked but I spelled it as in like, cook old. Barcelona. What? Anyway, so I put it like that. Okay. he sort of giggled because what I'd said was funny anyway, without it meaning to get cooked, if that makes sense. And then I'm giggling because I know he doesn't know what it means, but 100% I'm laughing at what I've put anyway. How? Anyway, next thing he says, big cook, little cook. To which I had done in my head was just Ben and whatever his bloody name is on Big Cook, Little Cook, the kids' TV show. But, it was funny. I'm trying to explain it to be as funny as it can be, but you weren't there, so you won't find it funny, which I've got to really understand in quite a lot of stories that I tell, is that I might find it funny, but it might come across as, yeah, did you have to be there, sort of. A bit cringe, but my god, it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Because he says it and then giggles because he thinks it's funny because he's imagining just Big Cook, Little Cook in his head. And I was imagining me, fucking Big Cook with fucking bondage gear on and shit. It's funny. It'd be just jokes. But I don't think my girlfriend got it either because I don't think she knows. Oh, they aren't enough. We're still in the league with Big Stevie G. You are. JJ, I just subbed because of the Hartsfords. Rangers, I'd support Rangers. I go round and play for them. And my first game I watched them run off. Jesus, your stream's actually bang views. They are now. And they are when they're not on bloody a second channel or Twitch. I'm struggling. I shouldn't be struggling. Right, you keep saying watch Nep's video. It's all well and good. Ow, sway, how? Ryan Kent is a beauty. Have I somebody on? I'm not going on my bench. What do you mean I'm not going on my bench? What am I doing wrong? Why do I have to fake shot then, lads? It's not as easy as just putting on I'll just put on an Independence video halfway through my stream, shall I? No, I'll watch it after stream. Yeah. I do like Rangers. My stepdad's dad, so my step-granddad to a degree, he's a massive Rangers fan, as well as my boss's boyfriend. He likes Chelsea. Rangers. So he was happy they won the other day. So I'm not going to say I don't have ties to Rangers. I mean, I don't follow Rangers football enough to say, yes, I'm a Rangers fan. But if anyone was to win and or do well or beat Celtic, it'd be Rangers that I say, yes. If it was Rangers Celtic, I'd say, I want Rangers to win. That's the be all and end all of that. Whether I'm a supporter or not, they're just the team that I would side with. Subscription. Cheers, Abby Phoenix, for subscribing. Thank yous very much. Okay. Right, so basically we are 4-2 down. And now we need to get 2 goals, don't we? Fact, I can't do it. That's the trick to a Cornish or sort of farmer accent in the UK. Is just add S's into random sentences. Isn't it? As it is. Subscription. Thank you, Jamie Woods. Thank you very much. Why can't you go for from swaps? SCN. SCN is the one I just. La 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 la. How every time I go to tackle him, he tackles me back. Says he likes Rangers emphasis with an Irish. It's not Irish. If you think that's an Irish accent, you can bob in the bin. It's a Scorrimor accent. Scorrimor? That's from like down south or like proper Cornish down south, or it's a little bit farmer from like Bristol City-ish, isn't it? Get over that bad time to get us into it, yeah. Cheers, yes boy. Get your transfer, everyone is given a free card. No. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like Bristol, doesn't it? Because I've actually got family from Bristol. My auntie Joanne, she comes from Bristol and she lives around here. Oh, 63. Oh, beautiful. Like the BFG. Exactly like the BFG. He talks like this a little bit, doesn't he? No, I haven't got no's and nons of them anymore. Or a little bit. No, don't want to do that. Or a little bit like what's his face? Oh, not Bilbo fucking Baggins. What's his name? The Scarecrow kid that's just come back to TV. He was very famous back in the old days, anyway. What's his name? I forgot the other day when I was trying to describe it to my mum, and then I remembered it worked today, and I forgot. Haha, clip this, please. Clip it. Do it. Fuck it. You didn't go legendary. Okay, I'll do that now. Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Yeah, I am. Keeps doing the Bristol accent. Oh, okay, so I will. Don't you shout at me, or I'll have your nose. Oh, it's so bad. Where's the Grumage? Yes, Larry, you're class. The fact you know what I mean as well, because it's now portrayed by what's his face? What's it? Oh, I forgot his name and all. He played that one-eyed fucking pirate. No, Scottish is a little bit different, isn't it? Because it's a bit more sort of. Oh no. It depends, because like, that's poor. It does depend, because it depends what sort of region as well as sort of what you're trying to say. Yeah, exactly. Cornish. It's a little bit Cornish, but also there's little twangs. It's like Cornish is down the west coast of like London's, isn't it? And then Bristol is sort of up north, but a little bit south than where I am. So like it's the surrounding areas, but only like the left and the up bit. Try Yorkshire accent, laddie. No. CBA. Well, how much regions interest Scotland do you know? I guarantee it's in yeah. Well, I don't know, because... No, what I'm saying is it's very regional, so what I will say is probably not what I aim to say. I'll probably aim to say something in Scottish and it'll have a mix of dialects, because I know there's a mixture of... It's like English. Hear the most snoring scarce. I don't like it. He's very high-pitched, isn't he? I don't know, Gary Neville. Oh no. Spirit fans, why not? Oh dear. I need to stop. British north of Devon has a harsh accent, whereas Devon and Cornwall is much softer. I know. You bought Hero, didn't you? You showed your club. I already had Hero. Just so you know. I've already bought it. That's a little bit more northern, isn't it? Inte. No, they don't say intit. They say isn't it. They sort. See, most people think they go intit or or into house. They don't say into house. They say in house. In house is where you go. Up north. They don't say into house. They say in house. Get in house. They just miss out the t or add it to the end of the word before. What other accents would you like to hear me say? Because I like to pride myself on my accents. I'm relatively good at them. No, that was going to be Indian. That was going to be bad. That was going to be very bad. I'll tell you what made me laugh the other day. Me, my mum and my stepdad ordered a curry. And me, my brother and his girlfriend ordered a takeaway from Sergio's. Which is just like a normal, like your average shitty takeaway, like kebab shop sort of thing. Anyway, both of them arrived at the door at the same time. That was a little bit confusing for him. One of them arrived and was like, "I'm here to deliver," and the bloke outside was like, "Same," and he was like, "What?" And it just got a bit confusing, but we got to the door in time. JJ Ops on Machino, my CUNY accent. You're right, lad. It's a little bit like Scouse, but not quite, you know. It's a little bit like Scouse, but it's not high pitched enough, and it's a bit more scraggy. You know, it's a bit more throaty than nasal. Lost it at the end. I apologise. and this is probably the least ASMR it's ever been on my channel. When it was meant to be intentional anyway. Come on, I dare. And it could be worse, you could have heard my Mexican accent earlier. Do you know what? Welsh is the only one that I've struggled with forever. Not the only one, but like there's only certain phrases I can say. And then I lose it. As soon as you ask me to say something normal, we carry on a conversation. Right, I didn't know Hull had an accent, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But it's like, I go to uni in Aberystwyth and then I go home to see my parents at Christmas time. You know, it's more like an elongated vowel sound, isn't it? And it sort of goes into Scottish a little bit, because I end up saying isn't it, because I think I'm doing an accent, so I said isn't it. So if I'm speaking as if I'm from Wales, you've got to sort of elongate the vowels. And W's aren't said, it's vowels. It's not vowels, it's vowels. You know? Hey, it's not bad this, is it? Thereabout. We just missed H exactly. What's the current? No, I won't lie to yous. Oh, I love Ness. How has he pushed me off that? That wasn't too bad. Wales, exactly. Wales. It's not just the elongation either. It's the harshness of certain letters. Wales. It's not just Wales. It's Wales. It's like a double. It's like they add syllables to words that shouldn't be there. If you get what I mean. No, that went dodgy then. Why is everybody saying oh? Bailey, why are you saying oh? I live in Wales, so I know. I live in Wales, so I know everything. I went Indian again. I'm just thinking back to the bloody what's it called? If you're a mod, can you ban whoever's spamming? Do you have a time called they do? Yes, I can say it. I learned. Do you know the funny story where I learned to say that? It was actually in French. I was in my French class and we were talking about really funny words in French with the teacher. And she went, well, have you heard about this town in Wales? And I was like, yes, I've heard of it. I've been to there. She went, can you say it? I said, no. So I used Google Translate and a multitude of videos and learned to say it. And then, funnily enough, she got me up to... I was fuming. I learned to say it. And then she was like, guys, do you know what we were talking about earlier before you went for your lunch? And everyone was like, yes, miss. And she was like, well, Luke's learned how to say it. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then she was like, well, stand up then and say it. And I was like, what? So I had to say it in front of everyone. And they were just like, well done. And I was like, yeah, I know. She was like, amazing that. Fuming. I'm fluent in Welsh. I know it's not a great word. Right, you've got to understand, I'm not Welsh. I've said to you it is the worst accent I do. And it's the hardest one to do. So, fuck off. This is still funny. It's a funny accent. But no, that's it. You insult me, I'll insult you back. You're fluent in Welsh. You might be fluent in Welsh. Doesn't make you... There's a difference between speaking Welsh and having an accent. Probably look, 'cause he's got one last year at Team of the Year. Yeah. Will Zlatan get a flashback card? I think he might, though. No, see, you know what? That's another one. In fact, no, I'm going to go out and say this. My Welsh has got better. As my Welsh accent, I actually do think my Irish is the worst. Because I find it so hard to get into the accent. Once I'm there, I can probably stay there. No, I can't. And another thing, in between sort of Cornish and Irish is pirate. I've laughed and made myself cough. as soon as these icon swaps objectives are done, I am going to end the stream because I've got some editing to do before I go to bed. And I do want to go to bed at a reasonable time because I'm tired and I'm up early and I've got to catch up on do work. Australia, mate. What's the in-betweeners thing where it's like, but it says you're from Australia, it goes, two right, mate. 2 points for the lads. No, that's poor. Do you know what? I find it's actually really hard to whisper in accents. Did I whisper it in accents and it's difficult, isn't it? It is a little bit harder to do it. Yeah, because you don't quite get the feedback that you think you're going to want. So it's hard to read. Like, as you're speaking, it's easy. You internally hear it louder, therefore find it easier to feedback what you're saying to yourself and adjust what you're saying and how you're saying it. When you whisper, it's a lot harder because it's quieter and it takes your brain a little bit longer to process what you've actually said and how you've said it. Hence why whispering is relaxing, because it takes the brain longer to process, requires more focus and attention. Ergo, takes your attention away from not sleeping, or helps to focus your attention on one thing and let your mind drift off. There you go. Do you actually think he was a good silent? Nope. Speak about more work stories? Nah. We spoke about those. I don't need to get into any more. It's like trying to do a quiet Chewbacca impression. You can't do it because you need the ability to go. You can't do that if you're whispering. Yeah, otherwise Chewbacca whispering is just, and then at that point it's just Cardi B, aren't you? Oh. I'm not really bothered about the scoreline anymore. I just need to win. You know what? I'm really unimpressed with Immobile. How have they moved the keeper? Oh yes, I'm going for SEN. 100%. Romagnoli. Romagnoli Poli. Roman Roly Poly. Okay, I said I was unimpressed. He scored a banger. Dan, I am streaming until I do this icon swaps. I think this is my last game, but I might have another one. I lost count. I don't know whether we played one before we lost the last one. That makes any sense. I don't know whether I played one, won it, which let me have 5 games left, and then I lost one, or whether I lost that one that I played. I can't remember. There's nothing to do apart from get pushed over here. Hey, there's nothing to do up there, is there? Well, it would take me a while to get back into the Scottish. I've gone Welsh now. That's it. I'm Welsh. I'm Welsh for the night. Where's my sheep gone? Come back to bed, babe. Apologies if you are Welsh. That was a very, very funny stereotype. How does a Welsh farmer find the sheep in the tall grass? Satisfying. That's a funny joke that I knew from a while back. You're going to wait until 6 tomorrow for your squad battle rewards because it's Team of the Year. I'm adding the squad battles rewards to the packs that I've already got, and I'm opening them all next weekend when the whole Team of the Year is in packs. I'm being very, because then I can add my what's it my jig? I sound like Klopp. What's it my jig? Yes, I like Firmino. He's good. Ho ho. That's so bad. Such a bad club impression. I did German as well. Guten Tag, ja. How did that not go in? Boom. Boom. Has anyone else watched up on? No, but I just finished watching The Witcher. Wow. By far my favourite series to have ever come out of 2019, even though I watched most of it in 2020. But as a sneak preview, I'm doing a top films, top albums, and top series of 2019, or that I watched in 2019. They either came out in 2019 or I watched them in 2019. I know I finished The Witcher in 2020 because I finished watching it last night, but it came out in 2019, and you know it was on that sort of. I've allowed myself a week's grace period from what I'm considering 2019. You know. Pardon me. Would you ever make a song? I've made a rap before. It wasn't very good, I must say. Will the whole team of the year come out tomorrow? No, the whole team of the year will come out on. It'll be attackers Monday, Tuesday. It might be Saturday night. Saturday night at 6. It depends how they overlap them. I know at some point maybe it's Sunday or because it's weird they're releasing it on a Monday. If they released it on a Friday, they could have so Friday night, then Saturday and Sunday as attackers. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as midfielders. No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as midfielders. Thursdays, no, up until basically. Wait, where am I going? Friday, Saturday, Sunday as attackers. Monday, Tuesday as midfielders. Wednesday, Thursday, up until Friday 6 p.m. as defenders, because there's more defenders than there are, or defenders and goalkeeper, because there are more days. So there are more players, so you allow more days. And then Friday night to Sunday night, you allow all of them in packs. That makes sense. The whole 11's out tomorrow. Okay, then I am opening them all tomorrow, and rewards that are coming out on Thursday will be in. Oh no, I'll be in Friday's video. Boys, have a guess who's having 3 episodes of The Road to Glory this week. I'll do when Team of the Year comes out. I've got Monday's video done. I'm going to put one for Wednesday, which will be opening my saved up packs, as well as clips from doing this. So if I score again, I'm not going to score again. I'll put some clips in tomorrow night. How far did your rap go? It's on my channel. Go check it out. It's also free to download if you want it. It's not very good though. They release it though. My favourite ASMR artist. Aussie ASMR man. Yay, rank 3. Prime mixed. Jumbo premium, 10k coins. Prime mixed. Premium gold. Oh. 11k coins. Fred's voice. What's a rap video called? It's called Making a Rap with My Friend. Do you think West Brom will go up? Debatable. Where do I work? Card Factory, bro. I've got one more game to play. Right, we'll play this game, then we'll go. Right, anyone that's in the chat, if you keep spamming, do you think West Brom? Yeah, just ban Bogdan. Bogdan. You know what I mean? Who do you think Chelsea will sign in Jan? I've already been through this. so good. I've never been in this squad. I won the Scottish Cup in season 1. Wow. Fair dues. What do you think of Fulham? Shit. What do you think of shit, Fulham? No, I don't mind Fulham. I just think there's a lot to improve upon in terms of their sort of scouting and built system. Yeah. Yeah, just time them out. JJ. I'm not playing CSGO. I'm going to bed. Well, no, I'm editing a video. Putting 2 up overnight. Bro, you don't even know the schedules I've been doing. And what I've been putting in for this channel over the past couple of weeks. Is the earth flat? Yes, it's flat. It's definitely 100% flat. I 100% agree with you there. The earth's about as flat as your mum's tits. Now you've got to tell me whether that's flat or not. So either insult your mum or agree that the earth's round. And then I know that your mum's got nice tits. I don't like the fact I said that. I don't like the fact I said that at all. That didn't feel right, did it? The only team I played for was P17 because I named for John from a peak. Bullshit, I can't even time out JJ. You can time out, you can time out any of our mods. If you see people spamming in chat, time them out. Feel free. Go for it. Is Valverde a clown? I don't know. What's my dream job? Honestly, I'm going to say YouTube is my dream job. I would love to do this and earn like a genuine, like, I can afford my own house, like mortgage payments from this. I'd love that. Do you like to sync? I don't know, do you like to sync? I don't like to sync. I find them a bit cringe. I think that's about it. I like them as people. I don't dislike people. Many people anyway. I dislike a few people. But I find them cringe. It's not my content, not my cup of tea. Not going to hate on them for that. You know? If they're banging views, then they've obviously got an audience that like them. That's all I can say. They're obviously nice enough people. Honestly, never seen them do anything wrong in terms of like being the limelight or anything for any negative reason. So for that, props to them. Where's this ultra defensive gone? Oh, I can't get through their players, can I? Okay. You just come backtracking from right back. Jesus Christ, what's going on here then? Don't send him off. Don't send him off. No, that wasn't a send-off offence, was it? Just a warning. Okay. PlayStation's pet, yeah. Right. Oh, what a save! You're taking Van der Sar. Props to you for taking a goalkeeper. All goalkeepers the same at the minute, as I try all out in foot champs. Push boy now on a rap. Push boy now on a scrap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Cheers. Oh no. Chris. Oh no. Did I have a good New Year? I did. Alisson is best keeper in my opinion. Cast music isn't great. Well, you will find out what I think about that pretty soon. That's another video I've done today specifically that will be up on the channel pretty soon. Have you tried the squad battles glitch? No, I haven't because I haven't seen it. Everyone keeps asking me. I will look at that tonight just to see what the Pempers has to say on it, so that I know for the future. But for now, I don't really need it. Look. Okay, I lied. Okay, that's going to be wayward. It's fine. No, it's not fine. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, a, haha, get it? Ha, a, Mama made it. Dum, 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 dum. Mama made it. Yo. Casio. Roll Safe is one of the... See, do you know that the whole thing took off with Michael Dapper when he was like, skibidi it, pap, pap. The OG will remember Roll Safe because he's literally a year before, he did exactly the same sort of comedic sketch with Charlie DeBooth, and it never took off the same way. It's the bit where he's singing Adele. Yo, Chantel, I loved you, but you cheated with Jonathan from church. I'm gonna run up and spray him. And he's like, perfect, yeah, and leave him in the church. Everybody cussing me, suck you. I'm here on Charlie in the booth. Oh mate, it's sick. How can you hate Roll Safe? And so many comments were like, yo, this guy's actually shit, what's Charlie bigging him up for? And I was like, oh, you idiots. And then I think after like a week, people got, well, not after a week, after a couple of hours, people were understanding the fact that it was a proper, like, it was just a joke. Ryan Kent, come on, man. Oh, how's you not get to that then? Oh no, my accent's gone now, isn't it? Oh no. What was that? Oh, I've had more Pepsi. Oh no. What? Put some Danish cheese. No. Yo, I don't think you're listening. Yo, I don't think you're listening. It's like, yo, I don't think you're listening. I got the thing on my wrist and it's glistening. Casio. What? That's what I've got on my wrist. It's like, yeah. What does he say? Like, I come from Jamaica. Not Jamaica. Where does he say he comes from? I like Nigerian food, but I don't eat gizzards. Oh, what a guy. I fucking love him. But I don't eat gizzards. Yeah, I like Nigerian food. What a guy. But it's just when he's like, yo, I want some of that Oasis fam. And he's like, yeah, you want to drink? No, I want the Oasis tune on. Honestly, being a YouTuber is not embarrassing in school. Honestly. I thought it was embarrassing when I was at college. Looking back on it now, if I'd have told any of my college mates that I was doing YouTube, they'd have been like, yo, sick, what do you do? That would have been embarrassing. But just own what you do. The thing is, with all you've got to do is act like you're confident in it. As long as you're confident in it, your mates will be confident in it. I remember when Shannon and Gurjot found out that I made ASMR, and I said to them, like, bro, you don't even understand, like, look at this video, because I told them when the what's it called? The World Cup video came out and it was banging views. It was like up to 50k. Or, well, no, it was probably up to about 30k at the time when I told them. I was like, look, it's just banged 30k views. And they were like, what? They took the mick out of it for all of a couple of minutes and they were like, well, it's actually banging views, you're doing well. And I was like, yeah, there's actually effort and time gone into this. And they're actually like, yo, that's actually sick. And as soon as they sort of, anyone around you, so as soon as they either can appreciate the effort or the status of what you're doing, then that's fine. But even if people do take the mick out of you, don't stand for it. Just, if they do take the mick out of you, they're not worth your time anyway. You know, just say, well, I'm doing something with my time. That's what I enjoy doing, end of. As long as you enjoy doing it, do it. I'm not doing a Scouse accent. Do you get recognised at work? I've had a few comments saying I saw you at work today, but didn't come and say hi, and I think I find that a little bit weirder. If someone came up to me and said, oh, I recognise you from YouTube, that's pretty cool, I'll be like, yo, safe, that's fine. But the fact I get comments saying, I was in your work today, I'm like, oh god, who was it? I used to copy Marley 13's COD content when I was 10, but my mates found out and I forgot they were even a thing. Fair enough. So the thing is, what you got to understand is if you're, 8 to 14 years old, as much as you think you're going to have the same friends when you turn 22, you're not. I wasn't even friends with Shannon and Gurjot. I was friends with Shannon from literally about 6 months after I was born. We went to the same playgroup, everything. We went to primary school together, where we met Gurjot. You know, we grew up in the same village. They went to a completely opposite school to me. I then met Shannon again when I was in college. Bear in mind, this is like 5 or 6 years later. I used to hate Shannon. I used to think he was an idiot. I used to think he was like some little bad kid on the block because he used to act like a big tough man. But turns out he's the biggest softy you'll ever meet. And it was actually my mate that ended up being the idiot, funnily enough. I was just a bit blind to that. Yeah, exactly. How's the Football Manager career going? Haven't touched it since the last episode because I know that the minute I go onto it, I'm going to play 2 games and get sacked, and that's going to be the finale. So if you see the next episode, it will probably be the finale of that series. But yeah, anyway, so I met Shannon back in college, and he was like, "Safe, do you want to go play pool or snooker?" I was like, "Yeah, sound." Just for the bands anyway. And then like, "Oh, do you want to come play football?" "Oh yeah, sound." And now we're like the biggest bromance going. Like, I bought him golf clubs for his birthday, which was pretty sick. We still haven't properly used them because his birthday is in like October, November time. I always get it wrong as well. It's like the 21st or the 23rd of one of the months. I can't remember. I'm really bad with like dates and birthdays and shit anyway. So it always annoys him. He always remembers mine, and it annoys me that he remembers mine. I keep forgetting his. Anyway, so I bought him golf clubs, and we haven't actually been able to use them properly. So we're going to go out again soon and play golf. But we have literally the biggest bromance going. Bar him and Gurjot, because him and Gurjot's, like I say, they've been friends since primary school, and they went to secondary school together. So that is the only one friend that he can say he's had for ages. Whereas I met him back in college, but we're still like best friends. Like us 3 will always be friends now. I'm sure of it, unless something really does go on. Brilliant, Kent. Wait, do something right now. Hey, here's what Nessa does. What? I was banned in the chat for spamming. Oh. Yes. Right. Nessa does say, oh. You no need to spam it in my comments. Just say, oh. Do you watch Gavin and Stacey? Do you know when Nessa says, oh? And I'll be like, yes. That's all you have to do. No need to spam comments. Especially after people say, stop spamming, and you carry on spamming. Learn your limits. Do I claim trivia question? No. We bummed that off straight away because no one got the question right. Xbox Lounge, you know what? No, I haven't. I was always busy watching like I never really have time to watch too many series, so once I start a series, I like to watch a series. I got a bit bored of Power pretty quickly. I'm on like the middle of season 2. Very stale, very boring. Same shit keeps going on. The whole of it went into season 2 and I didn't even realise. For me, there was no epic finale. There was nothing that really went off that made me think it was the end of a season. So I was a bit disappointed with that. So I didn't start watching Line of Duty and it's still going. So it might be one of those I revisit once it's it's past its time. A bit like what I'm planning to do with Gavin and Stacey once I get a bit of time. But I've just watched The Witcher. I'm planning on watching Sex Education Series 2 when that comes out. That's going to be litty. I want to make this year I want to make an Excel spreadsheet of things I watch and listen to throughout the year. Oh shit. Jesus, streams are popping. Yes they are. I'm still on 70 viewers. Oh yeah. Oh, back to the Cornish now. Back to the Bristolian. It's like the Smithsonian, but in like it's like the Smithsonian, but in Bristol. The Bristolian. Freud didn't know sick man in it. Shalom to you all. Hello, Jackie. You look nice. Martin. I just like Jackie sometimes, just the sort of mannerisms and the way she reminds me of my Auntie Tina. I think that's why. Hello, Bambinos. He reminds me of, a mix between my dad and my stepdad, to be fair. Come along from you, start a stream, just so we could play Fortnite. I don't entirely know what you mean by that, Luca, but I'm not playing Fortnite ever again. I think I can safely say that at this point. We don't all sound like farmers in Bristol. No, I'm not saying you do, but quite a lot of you sound like this, doesn't you? It's quite a dialect for you lot, isn't it? Oh yes, 100%. Feisty one you are. What? Sorry, feisty one you are. Yes, I heard what you said, but what? Oh, Bob. What did you say? I said, what time is it? You said what time? You said Bob. You bummed out. I remember, because I watched Inbetweeners before a lot of my friends did. Right. So, like, I was going around calling people bumders and just stupid things and bus wankers, and they were all giggling at me thinking I was funny. And then they started watching Inbetweeners, and they were like, "Oh, you're a fraud. You do realise you just nicked this saying?" I went, "Yes." And they were like, "Well, why?" And I'm like, "Because it's funny. I mean, you were laughing at me for saying it in the first place. Second of all, you lot like the Inbetweeners, and now you're saying what I say is not funny because it's from a TV show that you like and found funny in the first. Made no sense. I was fuming. They got a bit arse with me, and I was like, I watched Inbetweeners. I never claimed it to be my phrase. I remember it because people were just getting annoyed. You bummed her. I'm not doing a Scottish accent. And Pro Clubs. Pro Clubs was sick. We need to, at some point, I know I said this last year, we need to at some point do like a full Pro Club series. I'd love it. Everybody cussing me, so cute. I'm here on Charlie in the booth. It's the bit where it's like, yo, I'm gonna start rapping now, yo. Anyone of the fan then because like he just all he does is sing a little bit quicker. You're being prejudiced. Charlie in the booth's like, what do you mean prejudice? What is prejudice? And he's like, bro, you're being prejudiced. But if you haven't actually checked that out, I suggest after the stream's done, you fully go and check that out. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like that, I can go back to it and just keep laughing at it. Sorry, not laughing it. We're coming to the end of the stream now, guys. Look. Since you missed that. Hold tight, that your new track is not bad, but I don't really know what your name is. Yes. And then Charlie's just like, is it now? Yes. What was my story? I forgot. Yeah, sorry, we should do Pro Clubs. I'm so lost in my story. What? I love that. I miss Noah. I don't even have anything to contact him with either. Do you know, like, if I said, oh yeah, I remember playing with JJ, I'd be like, right, I'll go tweet JJ and be like, do you want to play Pro Clubs? I can't do anything with Noah, because I don't know what his username was or anything. I go back, look at the PSN names, and they don't match up. He's either changed it or he's deleted me. Do you watch Kurt? No, I don't watch him. Like, it's one of these things where I agree with quite a lot of what he says, but I don't agree with the aggressive behaviour half the time. He comes across very, very sort of grumpy and aggressive, and I'm not a fan of it. I'll watch a few videos when I see them, but I'm not actively watching his content. Yes, Luca, I do. And I'm 100% sure, and my phone number, I got text messages. I'm 100% sure people still have my details. So this is going to end the stream, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and sell this squad because we don't need it anymore. I'm here on Charlie in the booth. Right, see, this is 9.8, so I'm going to list him here for 9.5, but list him for 10 for the next 6 hours. So hopefully, if he does spike a little bit in the night, which tends to happen anyway, I'll make a bit of profit. Like here. 70, he was going for 74 anyway, so let's list him for 75. Let's just go 70, 60. So if people do want to get him for a bit lower or his price does drop, they can still bid. PS was very Xbox June-ish. Do you watch Brassic? No. We need to. No, I got any more comments than what I thought I had. No, I got less comments than what I thought I had. I thought I saw new comments. You watch Young Offenders? No, I don't watch Young Offenders. Ha 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 ha. Joe, you're funny, you are. Dickhead. You egg. No, I'm not saying it might be a leg. Okay. You cost me 17, did you actually? He's definitely not worth 17. Barcode. I was about to laugh at the fact you called someone a barcode fringe, and then I looked on my stream and I think you might be calling it me, and you're not wrong. My fringe is bad. I don't get it right. I've sneak preview. I've recorded a video reacting to my old videos, and on a lot of it, my trim, although I don't like my trim specifically, I've just leaked my transfer list. Sorry, guys. There's a few videos where my trim's sick, and my fringe proper comes down like a lot. But for some reason, my trim just goes like this now. I don't know what happens with it. It's because at one point I went up like that. I used to really like push my head down. I used to be like proper emo greb. I wasn't an emo greb. I was never ever in an emo phase. I just had a haircut like one. It's receding. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just definitely receding. Iconic Toddy. No, you look like an egg. If you had to pick your all-time 5-star team, who would be in it? Lampard, Ronaldinho, Petr Cech, John Terry, Drogba. Very Chelsea biased. Used to play gay night, but can't change my pick on YouTube on iOS. That's peak. That's so shit. Why do old people think every console ever is exactly? Go and play on your PlayStation. It's an Xbox. Yes, but you still play it. Well done. Gay night. Because it's a better console. PlayStation's a better console. Oh, undoubtedly better. Boomer humor. Right, let's do a bit of calculation. Okay, here we go. There we go, calculation. 75 plus 2.8 plus 1.8 plus 22 point. This is if they all sell for max price. 17.25 plus. We'll go 580 minimum for him. Equals. Add 983. I'll be back up to 1682. So only theoretically 60k lost. If Keane sells for min and these sell for max, I could be looking at a heavy loss here. What rank you on Rainbow Six Siege? If you play it, I haven't started playing it yet, and I really want to. Did you see my comment on your room tour about a girlfriend tag? Will it happen or not? She's wanted to record a video with me for a while. I've wanted to record a video with her for a while. Stephen, wait for tomorrow's episode, and you'll find out it's a bit of an issue. Maybe not the biggest of issues, but might still be an issue. Harvey, I can't play match. But anyway, yeah, the girlfriend thing. We wanted to do it. We both want to do it. But it's just, finding time to do it, her having confidence to do it, because she's done one before and she got a lot of hate comments. And that's really playing on her mind a little bit, because if we ever do one, the 67 people that are currently watching, please, no matter whether the video is good or not, just leave positive comments. Because undoubtedly she's going to get bad comments. But she does let things get to her quite a bit, so maybe not. It depends how. Why she get hate? Because everyone called her fat. They only saw the top half of her and they called her fat. Yeah. Comments. Minging comments. I even deleted a few. To be honest, I don't often delete comments unless they're like spam comments that don't even get through anyway. But I did delete a few that day because they were horrific. Like, I've never known hate like it. Like, I'm so glad. Like, part of me, do you know when you see like women in ASMR and you think, sometimes, sort of selfishly, I think that maybe I wish I was a woman to do ASMR sort of thing, because they tend to get a lot more subscribers quicker. And some of them, fair play to them, they cater towards that sort of level of attraction. Some of them don't, some of them are, well, each their own, you know. A bit of a controversial topic, so I'm not really going to get involved. But part of me selfishly thinks, oh, I could do that because I could just cater to it, and because I've got quite thick skin, I could just do it and I wouldn't be bothered anyway. Part of me really feel sorry for them, because if they're not like me in their personality and they do struggle and they get these sort of comments that obviously my girlfriend got, I'd just struggle. And I know if I was them, I would be struggling, and yeah, it's bad. And just based on one of my videos, I can easily say that was the worst comment section of any of my videos. If you lose your next match, you got to quick sell your best player. Good luck, I'm not playing then, innit? How much are you going to spend over to the year? 0. I'm not spending anything. You shouldn't worry about people who are self-conscious, who hide behind it. Yeah, but Harry, it's okay saying that, and I'm exactly the same. A lot of what people say, exactly, it's pretty much primary school cringe, but it is a thing that does get to people. And it's like the whole conversation with how can you be bullied online when you can just click the cross and just come off it. It's that wanting to find the one comment that says you look pretty or something like that. But in the end, you're searching for that comment and you see 50 that say you're not. Whether you are or not is completely subjective anyway. If you see 50 that aren't, and then when you see the one that is, you get a little bit of happiness from it, then you keep scrolling to find another one, and you're back down to rock bottom again. And it just gets you down. And it's that, I need to keep looking. It's that sort of addiction to find good comments. And then that's how the whole thing's toxic with Instagram, and just, oh, you're so pretty. You go, yeah, you build you up. And you think, right, I am pretty. People think I'm pretty. What do I think is pretty? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I'll change. And some people go, you don't need to do that. You're looking a bit ugly. And you go, what? And it's just a big spiral. Yeah, hate comes with everything. You just got to learn to deal with it. And that's why I think I'm happy being online and in the world of YouTube, because I can deal with it. I'm fine. I can just, water off a duck's back in it. If someone says I'm a dickhead, then fair play. If you think I'm a dickhead, don't click the content. At the end of the day, you're giving me a click and you're leaving me a comment, which is just going to push views, really, innit? Whereas other people don't see it like that. Some people really like it to them, but it's shitty. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I'm glad we're currently on 69 viewers, so what a perfect way to end. What a perfect way to finish in 69. So I love you guys lots, and I shall see you later. Good.